The way I switched it to a tavern at the last second. Last second. Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. It's been a minute since we've all been together. It's the Blank Page Tavern. We're, just friend writers, AuthorTubers who have decided to procrastinate their works in progress by playing Dungeons and Dragons. How's everybody doing today? And since we're in a tavern, what is everybody drinking today?
I am tired, and I've got lemonade flavored vitamin water. It's not lemonade vitamin water. It's specifically lemonade flavored. I don't know what the difference is.
Yeah. How is it? Is it good?
Yeah, I mean, it tastes like lemons.
When life gives you... Anyway. Val/Katie, how are you doing today? And how's Blueberry today?
He's doing great. He's currently looking at me from under the desk because
where's Bunny? Who cares about Blue anymore now that you have a puppy? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Hey, she didn't mean it, boo boo.
No, she didn't mean it.
To actually legitimately answer your question though, he's fine, like just sitting here for a while, whereas Bunny I'd be afraid would eat something.
Wow. So how the turntables
have turned. Boo boo. He's a grown man now. Anyway, I'm doing okay. Blueberry's doing great. I have a donut here because it's my mom's birthday. So everyone say happy birthday to Mama Eyeballs.
Happy birthday, Mama Eyeballs.
Wait, why didn't you tell us it was your mom's birthday? We didn't need to play today. Oh my gosh, Katie.
Because I knew if I told you we wouldn't play, and I want to play so bad.
Okay.
She's fine with it. I told her, I was like, is it okay if I play D&D this morning? And she's like, oh yeah, totally. Like, I'll be asleep for most of the day because she went to my brother's house yesterday. Anyway, I'm drinking a iced coffee as usual because I need the caffeine so I can effectively kill monsters.
Fair.
If we have to kill monsters, who knows? Great.
No. I mean, it is. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, Laura, Becca, how are you doing today?
I'm drinking green tea.
Mug reveal.
Ooh!
It's a chalice.
Oh, I love that one.
That's
beautiful.
But what makes this even better is that it's a set.
Oh my god! There's two of them.
So this is the only one that has tea in it.
Wow. Iconic. You take it up a notch every week.
Okay, to be fair, I saw these. I didn't get them in Wales, but I saw these in Wales. But then I thought that, like, packing, I would destroy them, because I only had like one carry-on. So when I got back here, I found them on Amazon. I was like, okay, so I just bought them.
So they're a recent acquirement. I love that. We haven't even dipped into the original collection today. That's amazing. That's incredible. I say that's a solid addition, though. Very well done.
Thank you. I know. I love it so much. I'm like, oh, little dragon hearts.
And Devesha playing Tefra Ashval, our monk, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm doing okay this morning. A little bit under the weather, but I think we're on the upswing, on the up and up. Today I'm double fisting. Got a bottle of water and a frappe from McDonald's.
Oh my gosh, wow. I'm loving the variety that we have today. Also, this is so random, but Mars, over the summer when I was on my holiday with family, I went shopping at boutiques and I got these earrings and they reminded me of Micah.
Oh, those are so cute.
So cute.
They look like patches. Like, I want to put that on a jacket.
Right? They're like sturdy. I think they're like those clay earrings, the ones that are made from clay. Anyway, and hello everybody. I'm Molissimo. I'm the DM, as this mug says, because I'm the DM, that's why. And I am drinking a jasmine tea, which I believe might be one of Marta's preferred teas. Micah, Mars, you'll be able to correct me on that if I'm wrong.
I think so. That sounds correct, but I also haven't talked about tea with Marta in like months.
I think that's one of our main topics of conversation when we get together, but that's because we're usually getting together in London. We go have tea, so that's probably why. All right, I'm going to say a quick hello to the chat, and then we're going to dive right into today's episode of Blank Page Tavern. I say episode 8. I don't know if that's actually true. Is it? Either way, can I just say congrats to us? I mean, I know we're only 8 episodes in, but the fact that we've done 8, like... I don't know.
Round of applause for us.
Yeah, I think so. If only we had the troublemaker reactions, we could give ourselves a hell yeah.
Jod approves.
Hi, good morning, Stieg. How are you doing today? He's told us how he's doing today. He's been spending his Sunday decluttering his bedroom and organizing and feeling like a brand new person. I love this for you because I know that you've had COVID for the past week. And so I am glad, A, that you have your energy back, that you're able to do the declutter, but B, I know what it is to have your post-sick recovery be paired with a cleaning frenzy, because there's nothing worse than recovering from an illness, but still being surrounded in the like thickness of the air of, of being sick. Anyway, so I'm glad for you, Stieg. Also ordered a desk. So soon I'll get my PC off the dining table. LOL, less frat pad, more nesting. Is this desk in line with your vision for the condo, which, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's mid-century modern Hobbit house stripper club? Is that right? That's Steve's aesthetic for his apartment. Hello, Estelle. How are you doing today? Thank you. Welcome for joining us. Yeah.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Wait, what?
You got some words mixed up, but it's
What
fine.
did I say? What did I say? I'm gonna be so for real for you guys. Do you guys want to know the real honest truth? Katie and Devasia kind of already know this. I have fallen into a Baldur's Gate 3 hole, like a hole. And I had a call with my sister yesterday, and I was telling her about it because I literally played until 4 a.m. on Friday night into Saturday morning. And so yesterday I was really out of it. And I was like, okay, I have this whole to-do list I'm going to get done today, and I'm going to do it like I used to do with The Sims, where for every item I check off, I get like 10 to 15 minutes to play in Baldur's Gate. And I yesterday was like actually fairly productive. And then I left to go to a friend's art gallery opening. And then when I came back, I was like kind of socialized out. And even though I had more stuff on my to-do list, I was like, what if I just open up Baldur's Gate? And then I ended up playing until 1 in the morning. So I'm a little out of it, but you know what? That's okay. We're in the D&D mode. It's all tangential to one another. Anyway.
Have you guys started playing together yet?
We have, and that's the problem, is that we started playing together, but we don't play together enough for my taste. And then I found out that all 3 of them have their own separate solo things. Like each of them, everybody's doing their own solo thing, and I was like, well, now I'm going to do my own solo thing.
Did you get my message, Wallace? Did you get my message?
What? Oh, I've
been going slow.
You're in slow mode. Yeah, I'm not in slow mode. I am discovering things that I didn't even know were possible in this game. It's so
I'm being faithful to our party, okay? I haven't done anything we haven't done together yet.
Here's the truth of it. I've decided that there's a way that I want to play with our party, and then there's a way that I want to play solo. And so even though I'm like exploring and stuff like that, I'm making different choices, but I'm also just being like not a murder hobo in my solo play, but I'm being like I don't even know what the word is. Like I open every vase, I uncover every chest, right? And that would just slow us down.
You're looting everything.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just
a loot
out
goblin.
here. Yep, exactly. So anyway, it's been fun, but also it's like ruining my life. Anyway.
Who's your character? I want to know.
Welcome.
You can tell me later. Never mind.
I'll tell you later.
Yeah.
Blank Page Tavern and Lazy Gang. No. Oops. My bad. I didn't. You guys, you need to tell me these things, Katie. Even if you want to play, you need to tell me these things.
I saw it like 2 days ago, and I was like, it's been so long.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what we're talking about there. So, hey, I don't play BG3 solo, so I'm not getting enough game time. Y'all just burning the game. All right, are people ready? 11 minutes into this stream, I'm gonna have to start putting markers down in the playback for people who just want to start watching when the game actually starts. All right, we're gonna jump right into it. So last session, over a month ago, we had was entirely compromised of a large zombie fight out in Malar's throat. So it doesn't actually need that much of a recap. However, because it's been such a long time, I'm just going to give a general recap for everything. And I have it written down here, so hopefully we can get through this fast. So to recap where we are since it has been so long, these 4 coworkers have been sent to Chult to hunt down something called the Soulmonger, the cause of a death curse that has made it impossible for the dead to resurrect and is slowly killing off those who have been resurrected in the past. They are brought to the only city in Chult, known as Port Nyanzaru, by their friend and boss, Sindro Sylvain, who is afflicted by the death curse and is slowly wasting away. The group has spent 2 days in the city gathering information and supplies. Can't believe it's only been 2 days, first of all. Okay. The gathering information and supplies as they prepare to enter the jungle. They have 2 merchant princes on their side. Wakanga Otomu, the merchant prince of magical items, is a longtime friend of their boss, Sindra. My neighbor just went to the bathroom, and has been eager to help the adventurers. Another merchant prince, Jessamine, was a surprise ally as the group discovered she was also afflicted with the death curse and persuaded her to give them aid so that they might save her life. Jessamine has agreed to give them a ship and passage to Fort Valerian, where they are to acquire an adventuring license for the jungle from the Flaming Fist. One merchant prince they have not gotten along with, however, is Jobal, the merchant prince of jungle adventurers. They dined at Jobal's house one night, and though it started off cordial, when the group refused to trade a priceless map of the Chultan coastline to Jabal, they got the significant sense that they had made an enemy. Still, they've carried on, preparing to get started on their adventure proper. They have already interviewed one guide, which autocorrected to Salad, but I believe, if I remember, it was Salida, and have 2 interviews left. Hugh at 3 p.m. at the Thundering Lizard, and Eku at 5 p.m. at Kaya's House of Repose. And one of our party members, Tefra, also has a date set up with a jewelry merchant named Solomon scheduled for around 7 p.m. this evening. So what will our group be getting up to? Returning from Malar's throat a little beaten and bruised, but having successfully staved off a horde of zombies for the first time. And it is it's like 2:30ish, because you guys had lunch where you did your interview, and then you went to check out Malar's throat, had the fight at Malar's throat, and now that's over. So that's rest of the time.
I lost half my hit points, so could I do like a healing?
You could also do a short rest, and
that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
It's maybe during would our interview with Hugh count as a short rest?
Yeah, we can just for ease of getting back into the gameplay, we can just say that you guys go back to the Thundering Lizard and
wait, we have to find the monkey first.
Oh my god, you're right, McMuffin.
Once the fighting is over, he had flown up into the upper bridges of Malar's throat while the zombies were in, and once the last zombie was killed, he flared down. Oh, you know what? I really think my headcanon is that one of my cats is McMuffin, because he really does look like a flying monkey to me. He's got the face. I should bring him over and show you, but I don't know if he'd like that. Anyway, you guys have McMuffin. It's fine. So for ease of gameplay, are you guys okay heading back to the Thunderous Lizard, and we can just say that you take a short rest while you wait for Hugh to arrive?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, is there like a button on this?
On D&D Beyond? Yes. If you want to share your screen, I can help walk you through it.
Let's see here. Hang on a second.
All right. Head to stage. Okay. So, will you close the HP manager?
Yeah. Oh, wait. There we go.
Okay. So
it's up at the top.
Right at the very top. So right above it says proficiency, you click on short rest, and then you can say how many of your hit dice you want to use, or how many that you're going to use, and then you basically have 3 D10s that for a day that you can roll to heal during a short rest.
So
it says, I think you've already used one. Maybe you guys did a short rest earlier in the day. I don't know, but and then
that's just how many I would use.
I think you've already used one. I think you only had the 2 available.
Yeah, you've already used one.
Oh,
so
okay.
Normally you get 3 in a day, but it looks like you've already used one.
I just do one. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
I mean, is that Is that like I've just never, for some reason, I've just never done it this way. So it's like, is it just like, would people automatically do all that they can, or does it matter?
I mean, it usually depends on how hurt you are. Like,
Right.
I think that what is the D10 average rolls like a 5 or a 6.
Mhm.
So if you just assume that plus 2, you're gonna assume you do that much healing.
Okay.
It's kind of just a guessing game.
It's for the day, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just hope, we don't run into any.
You gotta click the 2d10 plus whatever.
She can just go ahead and roll it, and then we can manually adjust. So if you go into that corner where the dice is on the left corner, the left side corner, all the way at the bottom left, bottom left, that little dice.
Oh, yeah.
And then just tell it to roll 2d10.
Okay.
On it twice, yeah, and then you can press roll. Oh, that's terrible. Okay, so 6, because it's 2d10 plus 2. So then go into your hit point manager and no, you don't need to go to the manager.
Plus 4, because it's
plus 4.
You add your constitution for each die.
Okay, thank you, Mars. So
you get to heal 8 total.
8 total. So yeah, just put heal into healing that you feel to 8, which honestly, not bad.
That's pretty good, actually. So I'm in the 20s, so I feel good.
All right. So you guys sit at the Thunderous Lizard, and do you want to have any like party discussion time before Hugh arrives about like strategy for questions to ask or anything like that, or to emotionally support each other through what you just went through?
Mike is just going to be very upset that their poison damage did nothing, and they're very confused about that. They're like, why didn't this work?
Jungle has many mysteries. Apparently. All right. I have to pull Hugh up, and then I do remember that I gave him an accent, and now I have to commit to that.
Yep.
Don't know how I feel about that.
I think he's Scottish.
Yeah. He is indeed Scottish.
One thing that I would like to ask the other two that I forgot to ask Salida, that I would like to ask her, is if they have any like allegiances or like enemies that we should be worried about.
Good
That's
one.
smart.
The ominous sound of her filing cabinet.
Yeah. Just since we're here. Okay, so at 3 p.m. sharp, the doors to the Thunderous Lizard fling open, and you just hear boom, boom, and like the sound of someone like clanking, the sound of someone who's got lots of steel on them, not necessarily because of armor, but just because of a lot of like tools. We've got a key ring, we've got a hammer, we have a chained belt with lots of stuff hanging off of it, and you see before you a dwarf, elderly, not like decrepit elderly, but dwarves have an odd lifespan, but from a human perspective, this looks to be slightly more than middle-aged. Blonde beard with a long braid down the middle and like a silver barb almost attached to the end of one of the braids on the beard. Bald with 3 large scars scraped down angular on the face, as if something once long ago clawed him and he almost lost an eye. And also very notably, he is missing one arm, which you will recall that in his little advertisement, he claims that a red dragon bit off his arm. And you see him enter and kind of just look vaguely around and then approach Ronald at the bar and kind of lean in. And then Ronald points to you lot, and Hugh clomp, 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 makes his way over. All right, I have to get into it. All right, okay. I think that there it is. All right. Are you the lot that are interested in a guide?
Yes.
Sure are. You must be Hugh.
I am. I don't know. Tell me what it is that brings you to Chult, and what are you looking to go into the jungle for?
Oh, side note,
Mm.
I forgot like what we decided we were going to tell the guides. Like how much did we want to tell?
Oh, right.
I forgot. Like I don't remember what we
I've also
discussed. What we
forgotten.
decided. Did we decide on something like on what we were going to say and like how much we were going to give away of why we're going? Do you have the notes on that? Does anyone have the notes on that?
So, from my memory, I think the only thing I know you guys had planned was for Eku. There was a talk of one of you going to interview Eku in a disguise and giving the necessary information. But then if you decided to go with Eku, then meeting up with her later, not undisguised, and just saying that that other person is no longer a member of your party. But that's the only decision that I remember you guys actively making.
I think we were very honest with Salita because we're trying to figure out information. So
did we tell her about the soul thingy?
I think we did.
If we did, we definitely didn't mention the whole like House Sharonall thing.
Yeah, we did not. Yeah, we didn't mention.
It's called.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're not giving away like our mission, who it's for. We're just telling them what our mission is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
scene.
Memory recharged. Okay. Well, we're going into the jungle because we want to find the soulmonger.
Let me roll for him. There are like rumors around Chult right now, but not everybody knows everything. Can't say I'm familiar with that, but even if there's something I don't know, I can help you find it. I am an excellent guide with excellent senses and survival.
Do you have an idea of how we could find out more information about it? How would you help us find it? What's your skill set?
I'm excellent at nature and surviving out in nature. I have faced against a red dragon and lived to tell the tale, even if I came away slightly less than I was before. There are lots of poisonous things in the jungle, and I am inherently well equipped to deal with such things. I can see in the dark, so if you want to go dungeon delving or cave diving, I can light your way, or at least I can lead you. And I'm also not too bad in a fight.
Even without an arm?
Even without an arm.
Was it your dominant arm that got taken off, or your non-dominant arm? Sorry, is that
all my arms? All my arms are dominant.
Okay, ambidextrous. We love it.
Yeah, I love it in ambidextrous.
What is your weapon of choice?
A battle axe. And as he says it, he like unsheathes it and shows you it, and he's super proud of it. But just from the act of unsheathing, there are a couple other people in the inn who suddenly, or the tavern, who kind of look around because they're worried a fight is about to start, and they're like, it is 3 p.m. The Thunderous Lizard doesn't get rowdy until like 5. Come on, guys. But when it's clear that he's just showing off his weapon and kind of showboating a little bit, everybody turns back to their own conversations. What is your weapon of choice?
I'm a rapier girl myself.
Did you say this fist, baby?
Yeah.
He gives a soft chuckle and he's like, oh, I think you and I will travel well together.
Tefra, come on.
She's not wrong. I mean, how many of us should she accidentally hit?
That's true. She
Not
did
using
have
her fist.
less luck with the other weapons.
Yeah.
She's a fisticuffs girl.
He doesn't need to know about that. Okay. I'm trying to remember some of the questions I asked Salita. I think I asked like, can you describe a time where like failed your party or something?
That's right. You did like a job interview. That was that's great.
Roll me a persuasion check with that question. I just want to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta scroll. Hold on. Oh, 18.
18. You ask that question, and his showboaty eyes kind of he slowly puts the battle axe back onto his back, and his eyes kind of take on a faraway look, and he says, I against Tender at Wormheart Mine. I lost my arm, but I would have given up everything if I wasn't the only one to have walked away that day. If I could go back and be totally swallowed by that beast, if it meant my compatriots walked free, I would. But that's not how things went that day. But I've learned many a lesson since. I'm much more careful, less likely to, well, here we call it Leroy Jenkinsing, to just run into the fray. I take my time now. I assess danger better than I did then.
Okay.
But if you have any interest in helping me avenge my fallen friends, I've been itching to get back to Wormheart Mine and take on Tender again.
It's a quest.
I mean, after what we need to do is complete. How you feel about a discount? Maybe we'll help you for a discount.
If you agree to go and fight Tender for me, I will not charge you a single gold. Or a single copper, even. I did not say that to be trickery, like I was going to charge you lots of copper. I mean, like, I won't charge you anything. I mean, if you would prefer a little bit of generosity, and if we, get to Tender's hoard, maybe we could have some discussion of compensation then, but that would be it's suddenly like you guys were gonna hire a guy, now it's sort of like you flipped the tables, and now he's like wow, I'd like to hire you, please.
He doesn't even know anything about us.
You look like a good bunch.
We do have obligations to complete first, but
yeah, our quest is a little bit time sensitive, but once that's done, we're kind of completely free.
Well, how much time do you have? Because, the jungles of Chult are expansive. If this is the sort of thing that has to be done in the next 10 days, I have some rather bad news for you. Unless this soulmonger that you're looking for is within 50 miles of here, it's going to take a time.
Yeah, it's kind of an as soon as possible sort of time limit.
But, what's your upper range?
I think we wagered about a month.
A month.
Is that what we discussed?
Yeah, but we just don't know, because we don't know if anyone's going to die soon, or so. Yeah, just as soon as we can.
Do you mind if I ask what are the specifics? What exactly are we getting into here? This is not just a jungle run. I'm assuming it sounds like it's a bit more of a heroic quest.
You know how everyone's kind of been dying and not being able to be brought back? We're kind of trying to stop that if we can.
Yeah. I have heard of some adventurers who have gotten unlucky, and then even though they've done upfront payments to some of the temples for revivification, it hasn't been working. I didn't realize that there was a known reason for that. Is that this thing, the soulmonger, you think that's the reason for it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Can I vibe check? Maybe
yes.
Does he know more than he does?
I will roll that for you. Yours is a +5, is that right?
Let me see. And that's insight, right? Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You feel like he's being fairly forthright with you. He seems intrigued by you all. You're not getting a sense of I will say throughout this conversation, the only place where you saw any sort of hesitancy of his to answer the question was when he had to admit to what happened at Wormheart Mine. But you didn't get the sense that he was hiding something from you, just that like it was hard for him to talk about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gosh, so far we've gotten like pretty, like everyone's really good. Like our choices are going to be hard.
Are you talking to other guides?
Yes.
One of them mentioned that you there's a rumor that you have shivering sickness.
I wish you
Oh,
mentioned
I
that.
forgot about that.
That is completely false. I do not. I mean, everybody gets blue mist fever every once in a while, but the last time I had it was half a year ago. You're not going to find a guide who hasn't had it at least once, but I've recovered.
And what is blue mist fever like? Like, what's the inoculation rate for blue mist?
Inoculation rate? What is the epidemiologist in me is confused by that question.
Like,
Is there a vaccine we can get?
yeah. Does it come back? Is it like a madness that'll come back if you get, infected again? Or are you immune? Or is it contagious?
Give me a second. Give me a second. Oh, wait, no, it's not here. It's in the... Oh, wow. This is crazy how close you guys are to the end of this chapter. Anyway.
And it's going to take 6 more episodes.
Yep. Because we're opening every base.
We're leaving tomorrow.
Listen, we're meanderers.
I mean, honestly, it's... Shivering sickness is one of the easiest things to avoid, actually. As long as you've got bug repellent, you should be fine.
Got lots of that.
Got lots of it. Got that in spades.
Hold on. It's not really something unless you're, I mean, it can be deadly for normal folk who aren't well fed and maybe are overworked and tired and stuff like that. But from the looks of you, it looks like you're robust, healthy folk, and the fever might last a couple of days if you get really unlucky. Might mean you just need to stay in bed and rest. Well, stay in tent because there are no beds out in the jungle. I hate to be the bearer of bad news about that, but I figured that's probably not a surprise.
Hostels.
But the fevers are really the least of your worries when it comes to the trees out there.
What's the biggest story?
Well, for me, it's tender. For you, I'd say the undead. They are pretty pervasive. Is that the word? There are a lot of them. I don't know. I've started trying to get my vocabulary better, and I'm getting confused by some of the words that I use. Flora is reminding you guys that you went on a shopping spree earlier today, in fact, just a couple hours ago, and you are now overloaded with bug spray, basically.
Yep.
I even got the incense.
Yeah.
So glad to hear we don't have to worry about the blue mist fever with shivering sickness. Is there anything else we should worry about, like, I don't know, pertaining your past? Do you have any enemies or allies, for that matter, who could harm us?
I mean, to harm you, no.
Yeah.
No. As far as I hope not. I've had adventuring parties before, and they've all seemed to be happy with my services. None of them are currently in Port Nizaru, otherwise I'd give you them to talk to referral, or at least none that I know of. I'm going to be so real. I'm very cordial, but I'm not like, let's be best friends after this, like it is what it is. I'm your guide. and I get you where you need to go, and I don't pretend like we're gonna be blood brothers for the rest of time.
Okay.
Unless we help you slay that dragon.
Aye, if you help me kill the worm Tinder, I'll be forever in your debt.
Let me see.
Okay. Any other questions, guys?
What's your favorite part of the jungle? Yeah.
Ooh, that is a good question. You know, as a dwarf, this is gonna be a bit of an odd answer for me because we're known so much for. I do love being underground. I do love the caverns and the places to explore. But in Chult, on some nights, when a really heavy storm has passed through and suddenly the sky clears and you're in a good clearing outside of a canopy, maybe along one of the riverbanks, and you see the stars. Beautiful.
That's a beautiful answer. Thank you.
So, am I hired?
We have one other person we need to talk to, but yeah, we're definitely considering.
What's the timeline like? I know you said it needs to get done. Would we be leaving tonight, or when would we be leaving?
We have a ship heading out tomorrow to go get our license.
From the fort. So you do not already have one then? All right. What kind of ship?
Do any of us know anything about boats besides them?
I know what it's called.
I know what it's called.
He just stares at you.
On water. Thank you.
It's one of the prince's boats.
Acquired by legitimate means.
Oh, yes.
He's gonna. I want him.
He wants to do a vibe check.
We are really good at making friends.
He seems super unsure. He suddenly looks a little worried.
Our mission is, there's a lot of powerful people who want us to succeed, and they will do anything to help us because of the nature of the death curse. So that's how we have acquired.
Roll a persuasion check for me.
Six.
Okay. He goes, well, very nice. If I'm the one who you do decide, just let Ronald know, and I'll be back later tonight to check in. And here's the thing though, I usually require 30 days payment up front. Now, if you help me kill Tinder, I don't require that, but I would need your word that you're gonna help me do that. And then, yeah, is what I'm saying making sense?
It sure does. Sounds very standard.
It does.
All right. So then, if it is me, then where am I meeting you?
How about here?
At the Thunderous Lizard tomorrow, or when?
Yeah, tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning. All right.
8 a.m. 8 a.m. Is that?
And we can leave more detailed instructions with Ronald.
All right. And I guess, well, first of all, my final questions for you are, like, he does a round of introductions, which I'm assuming, like, I'm assuming you guys did that at the beginning, and he kind of, like, confirms again. He's like, Micah, Val, Tefra, Alara, just reminding himself. And then he asks you what your particular skills are, and it's up to you guys whether or not you share that information all, like, fully or not. This is awesome. So, are you just going to pick by which voice / accent you like this? Because that seems very reasonable to me.
Okay, my specialty is in the longbow, but I am really good at close combat with daggers, and my specialty is the dead.
Oh, Well, then you're well fitted for what we have ahead of us.
I'm mostly here to make sure these idiots don't die, but I'm gonna hold up my quarterstaff. I'm also good at hitting things.
Both very valuable skills.
You know, like I said, my
These
fist I'm
fists.
opens, baby.
I like it. I like it. And he looks at Val. He kind of
You
like,
give me any-
oh.
Because is
Hold
it
on.
interesting because I'm a drow?
Yeah, hold on. He looks at you and there's no sense of ill will.
Well, as you know, I'm pretty good in the dark, and I'm good with any weapon, made or improvised.
Oh, excellent. All right, well, I am looking forward to knowing your decision. Is there anything I could do to make you more likely to pick me against? I don't know who else you're talking to, but let me first just say, if it is Farrell and Gonlo, don't go with them. They're charlatans.
It is not. We have
I
not.
know-
Oh yeah.
Okay, I know
we
that.
decided against them. We didn't even interview them.
Okay, cool. I know they're in town now, and I know that their Triceratops is like really interesting to a lot of people, but like I'm being so frail with you right now. They're the worst.
If you could just get us any information on the Soulmonger or anything to make our journey faster in order to break this undead curse, it would go a long way, is what we'll say.
Or-
Well, I'll say.
If you
Estelle's
have any
always out here just-
connections,
Sorry, what'd you say?
if you have any connections that'll get our like documentation we need quicker.
No. I mean, I am like as a guide, I'm licensed through Jabal, like all legitimate guides are. But he doesn't give the adventuring license. That's through Fort Valerian, the Flaming Fist. It's the whole mess. I totally recognize that. But you know what, though? How great would it be? How, like, cool would it be if the Soulmonger was on the way to Fort Valerian? And then it's just done.
Yeah, then we can go kill the worm and
Perfect.
the whole world's saved.
Perfect. But no, I mean, for places to go, you know, I hadn't heard of the Soulmonger before you mentioned it. But so if I'm trying to think where I would go or where I know my other adventurers have gone when they're doing like research, sorry. Nope. Well, the Temple of Savras, you might have some luck there because a lot of the priests are. Savras is. Does anybody want to roll me a religion check to know if you can? Is anybody proficient in religion? Never mind. He just says the priests there are good at like divining things. So I know people who go there to have questions answered.
Okay. Thank you.
Another question, final question for me. How knowledgeable are you about like the history of the jungle and Chult and I don't know, maybe any arcane artifacts?
He looks a little embarrassed for a second, but then he kind of puffs himself up and he goes, "I'm knowledgeable with a battle axe."
Okay, I love that
Good to
answer.
have.
Thank you.
All right. Well, good luck to you with the rest of your interviews. I will check back in later tonight.
Thank you.
Cool. Thank you.
And he kind of gives you an awkward little salute and then walks away. And like you hear Alara, roll me a perception check.
Okay. Perception. 19.
Okay, yeah. Alara hears as he's walking away, he's like, "Oh my god, Hugh, why'd you salute? That was so awkward. What the
Val definitely saluted him back though.
Poor guy. Okay, so I know we really liked the first guide we interviewed, but how are you guys feeling now?
can't lie. The fact that we might not have to pay for his services is very nice to me.
And we get to have an extra bonus adventure after the whole thing. So
Yeah, fighting a
Sure.
dragon should be easy work for us if we manage to stop this curse.
yeah, and potentially, I mean, I know we're not greedy or anything, but there could be lots of treasure.
We love gold.
Okay, well, the third person, remind me. Who's the third person?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring up her thing again. So you
We
guys
didn't trust her, right? Like, or she's really
the
good
one
with the
who's,
ball.
like, very close with Jabal, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Eku's handout. Let me wait. Can I show this? Hold on. Present, share screen, window. Here she is. It says, this is what it says. It says, while the lure of pillaging the antiquity of Chult is a temptation, I appeal to those who find fulfillment in doing actual good in the world. I seek to rid the jungle of evil. There are many ruins and ancient temples that must be reclaimed so that the spirits of nature can return to their sacred places and live in peace. There are evil impostors who seek to blind you with the promise of gold, but will only guide your throats to their blades. My rates are standard, 5 gold pieces a day with a 30-day payment up front. A small portion goes to pay off the merchant Prince Jabal. The rest I give to charity.
Okay, so actually, it doesn't really say that
Yeah.
she's pals with the guy. She just might owe him.
Yeah, like all the guides do, probably.
Right. So I guess we could ask her what her relationship is. Were we just afraid that like we're on his, enemy number 1 list, and that's why we wanted to do it with a disguise initially?
Yeah.
Yeah, but thinking back on it now, I think we can all just meet her.
Yeah, I think we were
it'd be
just
okay.
a little bit paranoid about it.
Okay.
But it's okay to be paranoid. That wasn't me egging you on in one way or the other. I'm just
No, I
saying,
know.
like, it's okay.
I mean, I think we were paranoid because that day, right? Didn't we have some?
Literally like 2 hours before.
Yeah. Now that it's been like a month, we're like, that's not so bad.
We defeat undead. We can take on Jabal.
My offer to
That man scares
for
me.
him is still good. So
Can I ask really quickly what everybody's alignment is, if you know it?
alignment, where would that be?
Good question.
That would
remember.
it's something that you would have decided, like that. So Becca, do you know like the classic alignment chart for D&D?
Yeah, but I don't remember choosing anything.
No, you wouldn't have chosen. I'm just saying, like, if you
yes,
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
right,
So
yes.
if people all consider their characters and how you've been playing them for the past 8 sessions and stuff,
Right.
what would you say your general character's alignment is? Yeah.
Apparently, I put this in when I made my character, and it
Okay.
says I put neutral good, which I think fits.
Okay. Val.
Yeah, I also.
Oh, Teffer's
Val's
too.
Val's also neutral good.
I love it. Alara.
If
If you go under description, it'll just tell you if you picked it already
Yeah.
under characteristics.
Oh, okay. Then I don't think I picked it. I'm trying to think now of how I've been acting.
Oh, chaotic.
Yeah, definitely
Chaotic.
chaotic. The idea of taking, just for anybody, the 4 people watching, if you didn't know this, at one point, Alara was considering, so Jessamine is a merchant prince that they're semi-friends with, and Jessamine is the merchant prince in charge of like poison and assassins and stuff like that. And if you have enough money, you can take out hits on people in the city and get a license for it from Jessamine. And Alara literally was going to try and take out a hit on another one of the merchant princes on Jabal, because she was worried about him getting in their way. So definitely chaotic.
Okay, I did
Chaotic
actually
neutral, probably.
I put chaotic good. So actually I did. I had been sort of
All right.
playing what
Fabulous.
beginning.
All right. Good.
Laura's like 17 years old, right?
Yeah, I'm 18,
Yes.
but yeah, I'm
Yeah.
18.
We're gonna let some of your chaoticness make teenager vibes,
Yeah,
Right.
your prefrontal cortex and all that.
Yes,
Mhm.
exactly.
Estelle says, I'm just throwing this out there, but this character looks like they have an evil smirk to me.
I don't know. They're kind of hot to me.
Well, you can be hot with an evil smirk, you know.
That's true.
Yeah, so true.
Could you show us Hugh's picture again?
Yes. Let me present to you Hugh Hackenstone, or whatever his name is. I've forgotten already. Hackenstone. Window.
Very dwarf.
I've stood atop every mountain in Chult. I know every gorge and crevice. Anyway, that's him.
Nice.
Okay.
All right.
And can we see the first girl again, just to remind us?
Salida.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lita.
Second. Let me open up her. Share screen. Share screen.
Because I do feel like we kind of almost promised her the gig.
I feel like we did get good vibes from her, but after meeting Hugh and thinking back on Salida, I mean, it was a while ago for us, but she kind of feels very, like, pompous and holier than thou kind of thing. So I don't know if I want to travel with her anymore after meeting Hugh, who's just some guy, kind of.
Right. And she was a little gossipy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Well, you know, it doesn't hurt to interview the last, you know, person we picked. And then yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's just because it's been so long and now we've just met him that I'm leaning towards him, but like yeah.
Thank you, Estelle. Thank you.
Okay.
In my notes for Salida, it says, okay, her skills are languages, survival, hunting, and then she has like an in with the societies that are in the jungle. So I thought that was a positive.
Yeah.
But her biggest flaw is her temper, and then she did leave her party that one time. So.
Oh. Yeah, that's probably not good, right? I can't see. Well, technically, he did leave his party. They all died from the dragon. I mean, he's telling us he feels bad about it, but you know, he is the only survivor.
They lied to her or something? Her party that she left, they lied to her, and they or something along those lines.
Yes, I think they didn't have.
Her.
They didn't have their license, and they said they did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, but she told you that. So they got in trouble with the Flaming Fist, and then taken to Fort Balerion, where she helped them acquire a license. But then she left them because she couldn't trust them anymore.
Okay, that's not.
And my notes says does not suffer liars, which we're not liars. So,
I mean, a little bit.
But we may have to tell a liar too,
or just withhold. You know, it's a form of lying, but not really technically.
Is it a form of lying?
Right. That's what I'm saying. It can be. It's debatable.
Bye,
I don't think
Flora.
so.
Thanks for coming.
Bye.
Bye.
Interesting. Okay.
All right.
All right. I'm interested to meet Eku though. Especially because they say that they're for like ridding the world of evil, and I would say the undead is a form of evil, and you know. This curse is really bad. So maybe they would even have some information about it. So even if we don't choose them, I think we should definitely feel them out about that.
Yeah.
That's at Kaya's House of Repose, so I guess we can meander over there.
Yes, and that is happening at 5 p.m. So you have about an hour and a half before that happens. But you guys are free. We can just quick jump it if you just want to quick jump it.
Can we pull up the map one more time?
Yes.
Ooh,
Wait,
I also want to go to
the
that
map of the city or the Chilton map. Okay.
Of the city.
Okay.
Maybe we should like scope out the port or whatever we're going to the boat, because does anyone know where that is? We should probably figure out where it is.
Like,
yes.
Yeah.
Where's the city?
Oh, one thing I did decide is that Micah is starting to feel really bad about illegally acquiring this bag of holding. So they're going to pretend that they didn't do that and just keep the bag of holding inside their regular backpack so that you can't see that it's a bag of holding.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. I was like, what? I didn't understand for a second. I forgot that you guys illegally acquired that. That's funny. Yeah, it was a
They're
black
like,
market.
oh my god, we have our friend who's this merchant prince of magical items, and we didn't buy it from him, and I'm just guilt-ridden. And so they're just pretending it didn't happen.
Oh, poor Micah. Hold on, I have to do another screenshot of the map. I don't know what happened to my last one, which is too bad because I had all my markings on it, but it's okay. Boop, boop. And then we'll put you in here, and then we'll just open you up. Okay. Sorry, I'm almost there. Here we go. Port Nyanzaru at your service. Okay, so you guys are currently, let's do the markup here. Wait, can I make a mark? Nope. What's happening? Hold on. No. Here we go. So you guys are currently roughly, sorry, roughly here. Can you see that? Why?
Yeah.
There we go. There you go. Okay, you guys are roughly there.
Okay.
Okay.
Where's the belladonna going to be at?
Yeah.
The belladonna is in the harbor ward. But no, wait, hold on. The merchant princes have their own harbor. Actually, hold on, give me a second. I think it might be 17. Give me a second. I think it's right here, but it might be that. Give me one second. Harbor ward. Merchants Ward, Harbor Ward. Okay. Royal Docks is 11. So it's this. Oh, stop it. What is wrong with you?
I would also, if we are going to go to the Harbor Ward, I would like to ask somebody what the treasure we should have to throw to King Aramog.
Mm-hmm.
We should probably figure out what that's going to be.
Okay.
And then, are the temples on this map? Is the Temple of Severus on this map?
Severus.
It is on the map, but you, as your character, would not know. The reason you know where the Royal Docks are is because Jessamine would have told you.
Okay, where's the beauty temple at then?
Yeah, where's the beauty?
Soon. Temple of Soon is here.
Oh, it's far.
Okay, yeah, that's far.
It was this island thing that you went to.
Oh, where was the temple that he just told us that we might find some more information on the
we don't know. Can we ask Ronald? Hey, Ronald.
Yeah.
Hey, Ronald.
Mm-hmm. Hi. Oh, no, he was an American. Or, no, he's not American, but he had an American accent. What's up, Tefra? Did you tell him your name? Does Ronald know you guys at this point? Like,
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Probably.
couple of days.
Yeah.
How's it going, girl?
I mean, it's going good so far. Just quick question. Do you know where the Temple of Severus is?
Yeah, it's over in the Merchants Ward. Can't really miss it.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Do we have time?
It's up to you guys to decide if you want to just risk it, because if you can get a tuk-tuk, it's a 15-minute drive to the Merchants Ward. And then obviously 15 minutes back. And then, so you have to account for the fact that you have an hour and a half before you need to meet with Eku.
I guess we could do it after the interview, maybe when Tefra's on her date. Although, Tefra, you really want to go. Yeah. You'd like to go to the temple too?
Yeah, I would like to ask some questions.
Okay.
And I would also
maybe
feel
I'll
like
just
we
let
should-
Micah know my questions. And then
Tefra's date, by the way, you're supposed to meet your date here, just FYI.
Okay.
And where's the Merchants Ward?
This whole thing is the Merchants
Oh,
Ward.
so they're like together. So one of us.
So we could go after the interview, and then Tefra at 7:30 could just leave for her date. So we could totally do it before the date.
Okay.
Okay, let's do that then. So we're just gonna hang until the interviewer or till the guide gets here.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
We gotta
So
get
we can fast draft. Do you guys want to is there any, do we want to take this moment for, and I'll just be so for real, for inspiration purposes and also just to build relationship building? Do you guys want to take a moment to RP at all right here? Just have a conversation about anything? Or do you just want to go straight to Eku? It's up to you guys.
Anyone want to play some cards?
Oh,
Sure. I'll play some cards.
We're just sitting at the house playing cards because Val's gonna try to hustle people. Oh, can Val try to hustle somebody with her cards playing?
Your own friends or somebody in the.
My own, everyone, anyone.
Well, I'm not falling for it. I hope you know that.
Yeah,
I mean, no Bet's card game.
I already lost half my gold. I can't.
Is there anyone in Kaya's House of the Repose that I could hustle for some gold?
Yeah, there is a. Hold on. Yes, there is a young human woman with an even younger human girl, and they are sitting together, and it looks like they're having afternoon tea together.
Oh no,
Child.
Hey.
no, I won't hustle.
Do it anyway.
I don't feel like Val would do that to a kid. Although maybe she'd want to teach the kid. Anyway.
It's up to you.
Can my character eat? I think.
Yes, because guess what I have
Oh
on?
yeah. Oh my god. Yes, tell us the menu. Tell us
So-
the menu.
It's not officially lunchtime anymore, so maybe you guys have like the secret.
I'm just thinking, yeah, like after that battle, I'm like starving.
Yeah.
Okay. So they have like today they have just an all day going in a pot, an all day stew, and today it's venison and bean.
Okay.
But then for the most part on the non meal times, they have a nut loaf of bread always that you can always get. But then mainly they've just got stuff from their like the baked goods. So they have a sour cream walnut cake by the slice.
Oh.
They have honeyed fig tarts.
Mm.
And they have like you could also just get a bowl of sliced fruit with fresh cream.
Okay, I want the walnut. Did you say sour cream?
A sour cream walnut cake.
Yeah, sour cream walnut cake, and then some of the stew.
All right. And we've already accounted for, I'm pretty sure I had you guys pay 5 silver at the start of the day for your meals.
Oh, okay.
You don't need to take that out of your money yet. But yeah, it's delicious. They know how to do it at Kaya's. It's good. And you also could do afternoon tea because that's what the mom and the daughter are doing. But it's like all the desserts, but just in miniature form on a little tiered tray.
Cute.
But she also offers you guys tej, or if you want anything to drink. Does anybody want?
Oh, I need a tej.
Yeah, Micah's gonna get some.
I would like a tej.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody who's drinking tej, roll me a Constitution check. I'm going to say this is a Constitution saving throw. So if you are proficient, you can go ahead and add your proficiency.
18.
Okay.
I also got an 18.
Okay.
Oh, look at us.
Hello? Was that an 18?
Did we all get 18s?
You got an 18 too, Devasia?
Yeah.
That is so wild.
That's crazy. Anyway, the tej is delicious. Yeah, it's good.
You know, I am gonna go over and ask if those ladies would like to play a card game
Okay.
for some gold.
I kind of want to talk about my date. I'm super nervous, y'all. I need some advice.
Mm.
Oh.
Val, you've been alive longer than all of us.
Yeah.
True. I have been on many a date myself. I mean, what's the goal here? Do you like him? Do you think he's handsome? Would you want to sleep with him? Or is this a reconnaissance mission in which you try to pry information out of him? Because you're very good at getting information. Or it could be both.
He's very attractive. I am not opposed. But I was thinking maybe more on the latter, like more to have another ally.
Mm-hmm. I don't think you have to be nervous, honestly. I mean, we're gorgeous, first of all. Second of all, if anything happens, I will slit his throat.
Good to know. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll be in the show
Catherine?
notes.
Katie, I'm so sorry to do this to you, but is your mic connected?
I think it is.
Yes,
Is it? Hello?
Just hold it. Can you just hold it a little closer to you?
Yeah, is this better?
Not really.
No.
Yeah, that mic, it needs to be like right up.
Well, hold on.
Holding.
Holding.
Is this better?
Yes, that is better. It's like a little louder.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fuzzy though.
Yeah, wait. I'm
Oh,
not sure.
what? Hold on.
Anyways.
Yes.
Is this better?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that is better.
Okay. I plugged it in back in anyway.
Okay.
But yeah, I think I don't know. I think just go with
I
the
think
flow.
really my question is, how does one date men? I'm familiar with the concept.
No idea.
Men are simple. Most of the time, they just want to talk about themselves. So if you just give him the space to talk about himself, and if he actually asks you questions about yourself, that's how you know you have a good man, or a decent one at least. Because most men just want to all over the time, and I'm just like, this is why I don't date men either. So, but I've been on quite a few with them, especially. Oh my god, thank God he's on a drow. Drow men are the worst.
He?
Drow men are the worst. I've never met a drow man. I've like,
Tej?
huh?
What's the Tej?
Oh, the only good drow man I've ever met that's actually been halfway decent was my own father, and obviously I can't date my own father. Even drow have standards.
Yeah, I hope.
But no, there was.
We're getting some insight into Estelle here. Most people in general just want to talk about themselves. Estelle's been spending too much time with me. I give off that.
So yeah, I think that's just the. Ooh, if he gives you any jewelry, definitely take it, because he's a jewelry man. So he might try to, woo you with jewelry. Most men do. Estelle.
Yeah, that's not true, Olives.
Mm-mm.
All right, thank you. You can go swindle your next victim.
Your 8-year-old.
Hey, maybe I'm trying to flirt with the mom.
That's true.
All right.
She a MILF, Wallace?
She is beautiful. She's beautiful. She's got that like really lovely Cholton deep skin that kind of is like tinged with the pinks and oranges of sunset on her cheeks. Yeah, it almost looks like she's got like Fenty Beauty highlight on like it's such a beautiful color. And her daughter's, who you assume is her daughter, hair is done up in beautiful, intricate braids with gorgeous beading all throughout it.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go over and try to flirt with her a little bit. Not even try to swindle.
Oh, okay. How do you do that?
Great question. I'm just gonna be like, hey, how you doing? How's your tea?
It's going well, thank you. And she's like a little taken aback that a stranger has approached them.
I just saw that you guys were just hanging out. I know you guys are probably just having your little day, but do you guys want to play some cards? I have nothing else to do today, so.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Ask what makeup she uses.
23.
23.
Oh, okay. The mom kind of the mom kind of relaxes for a second and turns to her daughter and says, do you want to play? And the little girl looks excited, and so she gives you a nod.
Oh, so I'm gonna start playing cards with her. Like play like, I don't know. I don't know what is in this world, so I'm just gonna say like gin or something, gin rummy.
Okay. And you're not trying to swindle or anything like that?
No, she's too pretty.
Okay. So
She's too pretty.
yeah, I mean, you spend some time teaching the little girl.
Can I know what their names are?
Yes, the mom's name is Steph, and the daughter's name is Kira.
Cute. Yeah, just gonna have a good time playing some cards with them, just getting to know them.
Nice. Yeah, you kind of, roll me another just general persuasion check to see how much, how well the conversation goes, I guess.
19.
Yeah, so you have learned that Steph and Kira are born and raised in Cholt, and Steph's husband is one of the merchants in the merchant ward, and usually Steph helps with the store, but today she is doing a little mommy and me date day with her daughter.
What's her husband sell?
Makeup.
Super fun. Do I get to know the location of this stall? Of this?
It's in the Red Bazaar.
Okay.
See if you can get a discount code.
Yeah.
Affiliate
You have an affiliate link, influencer code. Okay. Fun.
Amazing.
Cute.
Awesome. All right. And I will say over that time, everybody can take a point of inspiration for the general group role play. And yeah, at about 5 p.m., Alara has just been like slowly snacking on stew and cake this whole time. So by the time that it's like actually like dinner time, Alara, you are stuffed. You are so full. And the tavern wench comes around and asks people if they want to order anything for dinner. And you are literally like a little nauseous.
So was this happening at the Thunderous Lizard, or did we already go over to that?
I thought you guys had already gone to Kaya's. Did you not? I thought you
I was just making sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kaya's also has a tavern wench. There are tavern wenches in all the locations.
Everyone's tavern wench if you try hard enough.
Yes. All right. And then so at 5 p.m. the Kaya's is getting a little not rowdy. Kaya's never gets rowdy, but it gets busier as people come in for dinner, especially for the stew, because everybody really loves did I say it was beef and beans stew? I forget.
You said venison.
Venison. Ooh, I had venison for the first time this year or last year, and I was like, wow, this is actually really good. This is actually really good. Why do we not eat this more?
Isn't venison like the baby of?
No, that's veal. Venison is
okay.
just deer, as far as I know. I don't know how old venison is actually, but I don't think it's baby deer. I think it's just deer. Sorry.
Bambi's mom.
Yeah. All right. So then, hold on. Estelle says it was made from a deer she ran over with her car.
Ran over with her dinosaur.
Oh my god. Oh my god. All right. So as you guys sit and chat, and maybe you guys talk a little more about the date, it just all happens over this whole time. Where is Eku? There she is. A lovely Cholton woman, small and slender, like short and slender, in light blue robes and carrying a walking stick that is styled in the likeness of I don't know what that word is. A quaddle? What is it? Oh, okay. She's holding a staff that has the end of her staff is carved like a beautiful feathered snake. And she walks in and she has feathers in her hair. Her robes are light blue, even though in this picture they look like they're orange, but it says in the book that they're light blue. And she also looks like she has stopped at the makeup gallery place, because she's got highlight on her cheeks and like ruby red luscious berry lips almost, and she kind of does the same thing that Hugh did over at the Thunderous Lizard, where she walks up to the person at the bar, someone that you had given the information to, and they point you out, and she walks over to you, and she is gonna roll a vibe check on you guys. So before she even gets to you. You all see her up at the bar, and she looks over, and you see her give you all an appraising look as if she's trying to, yeah, I don't know. She just gives you an appraising look. You don't know what it means. But after a moment, she smiles, a very warm smile, and makes her way over.
I want to appraise her appraising look.
Okay. I figured you were going to do that. All right. Vibe check from Tefra. All right. Tefra, you get the distinct sense that in that moment, she was trying to make a choice. You got this feeling of like, if she didn't like what she saw, she would have just walked right out.
Okay. But she came over.
But she's walking over, yes. And I'm gonna
Hello,
write
you must be Echo.
1 + 5 for insight on Echo. I am indeed. And are you the adventurers who are interested in going into the jungle?
Yes.
We are very interested in going to the jungle.
And I'm hoping that by the fact that you've reached out to me means that you wish to go for virtuous reasons rather than for pillaging or looting reasons.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, actually, we are looking to break the death curse.
Sorry. She gets kind of a wide-eyed look on her face, and there wasn't. Never mind. She looks at the chair and she goes, "Might I sit down?"
Of course.
And she sits and she says, "That is indeed a very, very virtuous task that you have under hand." I don't know why I made her British. That was not her accent. It's a temptation. Might I know your names?
I'm Val.
Anna Malara.
Those.
Sorry.
I'm
Mike-
Tefra.
And where do you all come from that you've made your way to Chult to end the death curse?
Come from Sharonall, up north.
So far.
Mm-hmm.
It must be very hot for you. How are you dealing with the weather?
Oof. I like it when it rains, I'll be honest. The sun's a bit much.
Yes, I could imagine it would be. I'm sorry that it is bringing you discomfort. But the nice thing about the jungle is that it is a rainforest. There are many, many cloudy days. Are you all prepared? Do you understand what it means to go into the jungle of Chult?
We've just been told, and we've had some experiences here. We did just have a battle with some of the dead.
Did you?
Yeah.
Inside the
Malar's
city?
throat.
Malar's throat. You went to Malar's throat and you defended it.
We did.
did.
And she kind of leans back and she goes, "Well, then you are noble people after all. It would be an honor of mine to assist you on your quest. I know the jungle of Chult very well. I am familiar with many of the hidden cities and places that many other guides do not know, and I would be, for fear of repeating myself, I would be honored to join you and to aid you. And I believe I might be the best person to help aid you. I'm well equipped, well informed."
Do you know of the Soulmonger?
I have heard whispers from people I know who know people in the Harpers. That term is familiar to me. I know it's related to the death curse.
Yes. That's what we're after. That's why we're going in.
And do you know where it might be specifically? Or how well informed are you?
Not very. That's why we need a guide, and it would be helpful. It sounds like we just don't know. But we would imagine that the Soulmonger probably would be in some form of temple or some kind of
Yes.
In a ruin, which
Yes.
you seem familiar with.
There are many a ruin in Chult. And to be fair, I have explored many of them, and from my knowledge, unless this is well, I guess that makes sense. Sorry, sometimes I ask questions and then I answer them in my own head. I was going to say, I've explored many a ruin, and many of them have unusual entities or surprises or things to be discovered. But from my knowledge, I've never come across a soulmonger, but the death curse is recent. So
Right.
perhaps something has recently taken up in a place. I do not know. I might... Hold on. Let me roll. I might have an idea of who we could go to ask.
Who in the city or?
No, it's in the jungle. There is a guardian spirit. A naga? Are you familiar with this kind of creature?
Only in Warcraft.
Are we familiar?
Are we familiar?
You can roll me maybe like Arcana. Someone is anybody proficient in Arcana?
No, but I got that book of monsters that I bought.
Oh, you do. Okay, so you will have advantage, and on rolling me. I don't know. Would knowing about monsters be? It's just an intelligence check. I mean, yeah, I would say it's not even Arcana. I would say it's just an intelligence check. Roll me an intelligence check with advantage.
17.
Ooh.
All right. So you know that Guardian Naga specifically is a large monstrosity, but is good aligned. It has a good alignment, that they are known to be peaceful creatures, but will like defend their, territory against evil. But are often worshipped and revered because they protect the people and the lands in which they inhabit. And they are also incredibly wise creatures, incredibly strong because they are, in fact, monsters. But yes, they are often like seen as the wise leaders also of the lands that they are in.
Okay, and you know this Naga?
Yes, there is a land, a temple called Orulonga, and there is a guardian Naga who lives there who knows many a thing and might be able to help aid us.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Do you have a lot of connections throughout the jungle?
Yes, I am well regarded by the Aarakocra of Kirsabal. She kind of gives you a look, and you guys wouldn't know what Aarakocra are because they're not really a thing in Coventry. She goes, they're a kind of bird people, but very holy, very spiritual. They live on a temple in the mountains, high on the mountaintops. It's a beautiful place and a lovely place for refuge after many a week traveling in the dangerous jungle.
Okay. I have a question. It says in your description that you give a small portion to pay off Prince Jabal. What is your relationship with Jabal?
She grimaces and she says, yes, I am required, in order to be considered a legitimate guide, I am required to give, unfortunately, about 10% to Jabal. Some other guides, it's higher, but I was able to ask Jabal to reduce my rates, specifically given that I always give my profits of adventuring to charity, and I specifically give to some charities that he champions, and so he allows me to give him a smaller portion. But she kind of grimaces but cuts herself off.
Can we get a vibe check?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's your modifier, Mars?
For what is it? Insight?
Yeah.
Or +3.
Yeah, so you just notice that I mean you can tell her vibe at the mention of Jabal, her vibe shifts to one of displeasure. And you just see that in the sense that she grimaces when his name is brought up. She seems like she's about to say something about him when she goes, but I, and then she kind of stops herself. But you gain that it's a sense of displeasure, but nothing more than that.
Okay. Well, we're not sure how Jabal feels about us right now. We left him. He was a little bit angry because he wanted something of ours and we didn't want to give it to him. So we just didn't. We wanted to make sure that, you know, yeah, we just wanted to
That you weren't more in his pocket than, you're
Thank
required
you,
to be.
Yeah.
Wow, you blank. Yes.
I understand. In fact, and she kind of gets a little bit of a smirk on her lips and she goes, the fact that you are not in Jabal's good graces makes me like you even more.
Mm.
Thank you.
And she kind of looks around and she just looks at you and she goes, he is not a good man.
We
I
agree.
got
We
that
gathered
vibe,
that.
Can I ask about some of your skills, your skill sets, your strengths?
Absolutely. I would say my biggest strength is in my connection to the land. I am welcomed in many parts of the jungle that other guides are not welcomed in. You would have an easier time traversing through certain, let's say, cultural interactions if I was with you. I will never betray you unless you choose to, unless of course it comes out that you have betrayed me and you are not truly fighting for the ideals of the good of the realm. But I will defend you with my life because I believe in our cause. I believe in what is doing right. Many other guides, and I do not blame them for this because they do not have the call that I do, but many other guides will run if the time came to it. They are not loyal. I am loyal.
That's important because what we're doing, we're not doing for money.
And she smiles at that, a very warm smile.
Why do you do what you do? What's your story? What's driving you internally from this? Besides just doing well, is there something that made you come to this decision to do that? Or
I do not like. Roll me a persuasion check.
8.
I love how when it's playing cards, it's like 25.
Anytime it's important, it's just like performance anxiety.
She kind of, you guys just met, so she's a little guarded, but she does tell you, she says, ever since I was young, I've seen so much suffering, and I've decided a long time ago that it would be my purpose in life to end as much suffering as I could. And I know and understand that the world is massive and there is so much suffering that I, as one person, will never be able to actually end it all. But the people I help, it matters to them. It's important to them. And Chult, in its wildness, in its beauty, in its danger, offers both great joy and great suffering. And there is magic in this land, and people are drawn to it, both good and evil. And so it is the place to be if I want to fight on the side of good.
That's a good answer.
That's lovely. What would you say is the biggest mistake you've made or you've seen other adventurers make when it comes to being in the jungle?
Well, The biggest mistake. There are tricky things in the jungle. You have to keep your wits about you. Not everything is as it seems. In fact, most things are not as they seem. There was an entire town, a place called Imbala. The entire town were tricked and eaten by a green hag. They were a good, righteous people. And if I ever have the chance, I would like to eventually rid the world of that hag. But I also know that is a quest in my heart that is less about doing justice and more about personal vengeance. And so there's a part of me that hasn't gone back in search of that hag because I know that I'm not doing it for the right reasons. But, that's all whole philosophy, right? Is if you do the right thing for the wrong reasons, it's still the right thing. And she kind of gets like she's talking to herself for a second. She starts babbling.
What's your stance on doing the wrong thing for the right reasons?
What is an example? I think it is a case-by-case basis.
An example being breaking in somewhere to, save someone's life, or
like some immediately save their life, like their life is in danger, but they're inside their home, so you break in to help them.
Sure.
I think that's perfectly acceptable. The laws of man should not be abided by in the face of, great danger, the laws of truth.
I like that answer.
Seems like we'll get along very well.
Yeah.
I think so too.
And if we had to do anything morally ambiguous, you wouldn't stop us because it's for the right reasons.
Again, I think it's on a case-by-case basis. She gives you a little bit of a warm and amused smile. She says, it does seem like this quest that we will set out on is one of true greatness, that the fate of the realm could really be in our hands. And so I understand that there could be some movements we have to make that might not be in line with my typical comfort zone, but I will never advocate for the slaughter of innocents, even if it is in the name of a greater good.
What if it's a situation where we know there's something inside a building and we're not invited and there's guards, but we know we have to get to it in order to save our mission? Would you be opposed to fighting those guards to what we need?
Let me put it this way, because I think I understand what you're putting down.
Mm-hmm.
I will defend you any day of the week against the Flaming Fist. They are unlawful occupiers, first of all.
Good.
All right. Secondly, with me as your guide, if it is not the Flaming Fist we are against, it is very likely that you will not have to fight your way in anywhere in Cholt. I am welcome most places. Okay. I can help you get into these places without fights, without having to be subversive.
Okay. That's good, because we would rather not. We just sometimes are put in situations where in order to complete our mission, we have to get what we need.
Then I would be your best ally in those moments, a great advantage, as I can help you gain access to places other people wouldn't.
Okay.
Great. I really like your mission statement.
Devesha, I'm so sorry, but that was giving me and my partner sorry from across the bar, and we really like your vibe.
Me and my adventuring party, sorry.
Yeah.
Just a quick, maybe aside for me. What are your evaluations of the other guides, like Salida and Q?
Oh my gosh.
I feel like I can trust your judgment.
Just those two? There are dozens of guides. Are those two?
Just those two for now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, let me do a roll for her. Okay. Salida, I do not know very well. Hugh, and she kind of gets a sad look on her face, and she goes, Hugh, I know him to be a decent guide. But ever since he lost his party in Wormheart Mine, he has struggled with the guilt. And she looks like she debates what she's about to say. I know his last couple of parties have been unhappy with him because weeks into their expedition, they realized he was not taking them where he said he would. He was leading them to the mine to fight the great dragon. And I know it has happened twice in the past 2 years, and I know he has struggled to get business sense. And I know that those parties never actually did end up going to the mine, that they made him turn around and return to Port Nanser.
Oh, that's good info. Okay.
So you say you don't know Selita very well, but in her advertisement, she claims that you've never, your adventures never return. Is there any truth behind that? Like, what is the statement she's put out coming from?
This is not true. First of all, I am very selective in who I adventure with. So often when adventurers do not return with other parties, it is because they have actively chosen to put themselves in danger in the pursuit of gold. That is not the kind of adventuring group I work with. I work with folks like you who have a greater purpose in mind. And I always return with my parties. Sometimes the jungle is dangerous, and because our goal is not gold, because our goal is the pursuit of justice, the pursuit of ridding this world of evil, yes, I have admittedly lost people, but it is not often, and I think it rather rude of Selita to be saying such things, but it is true.
Okay.
What other missions have you been on for the greater good? Can you describe one of them to us? I'm just curious.
Many of my people, we come together because they are interested in fighting off some of the more exotic monsters that are in the jungle. So I'm gonna roll. I had a party once who specifically wanted to defeat a monster called, I'm not sure if you will be familiar with this as you're from Coventry, a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Do you know of this?
I'm vaguely familiar.
They are large, lumbering reptilian monsters and quite fearsome to behold. And there are several of them in the jungle of Cholton. I have witnessed several parties, in fact, take them on. I knew Estelle. When did you ask that?
Earlier, but that's when I laughed.
I literally did not see that comment. Oh my gosh. T-Rex. Yeah. Yep. I knew Estelle was going to be excited about that one. Yeah. But that's what many of my expeditions are for, just about clearing the jungle of the undead, of the monstrosities who would do harm to the other Dinsians of the jungle.
Okay, so you can handle yourself in a fight.
Oh, yes, very much so.
What's your weapon of choice?
My staff, and she shows it to you.
Beautiful.
Do you know any magic or any spells or anything like that?
Can you heal?
Yes, can you heal? We need a backup healer.
Yeah, Micah wants to vibe check specifically to know if they're also a druid.
Oh.
Like, does Micah find a kindred spirit here?
Yours is a +3.
Mm-hmm.
You do not think that they are a druid. You're not. They have a sense about them of a connection to nature, but you don't know exactly what it is. And who asked if they can do spellcasting?
I did.
Roll me a persuasion check.
16.
Eku nods. She says, yes, there are some things, some spells that I do know and do utilize. They are, and she kind of looks over at, who asked if she knew any healing? She looks over at Tefra and she says, they are of a more medicinal
variety.
Thank you. That's the word. Thank you. Variety. Yes.
Okay.
But I do have some, though I try not to use them, but I do have some that are for defense.
Okay. Okay.
All right. I feel like we've concluded, Val, Micah?
I think so. I think
Yeah.
I have all I need.
So it sounded like you were considering 2 other guides. So how will I know when you have made your decision?
We just need to have a conversation, and then maybe if you came back here and see Ronald.
Ronald's at the other place.
The tavern,
the tavern
wench.
Oh yeah.
Unspecified tavern wench.
Or should we?
Oh, Ronalda. Yes, I know.
We'll leave a message with Ronaldo.
Okay.
And
All
then
right. And what is the timeline? Would we be leaving in a week, or do
Tomorrow.
you have the supplies that you need to get ready to go?
We do have everything prepped. We have a boat leaving tomorrow for the fort to pick up our license.
Our license.
Fantastic. It has been a while since I've traveled the seaway. That will be nice.
Oh, do you know? Because we've been told that we need to give the Marmog turtle. Oh no, wait. Is that right?
Yeah, offer tribute to
yeah, we have to give them something. Do you know
Yes.
what we could give them?
I know of this, Aramag. Yes, I will do a little bit of research and I will let you know. I will leave a message with Ronalda once I have figured it out.
Okay. Great. Well, thank you.
Thank you. It was an honor to meet you, and I really do want to advocate for myself and say I think I am your best option, but I will understand if you do not pick me. And if you go with Hugh, I wish you luck. He is good in battle, but just be wary of where he leads you. And if you go with Salida, I wish you luck as well, and I will. I hope for your great success in your journey.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Can I ask you quickly before you go? Before you approach, I noticed a bit of hesitance. Have we, I don't know, reassured you of whatever reticence you were having upon approaching us?
And she kind of looks a little demure and she goes, I am sorry if you noticed. What?
Very mindful.
You know what? That's so unfair because I use that word all the time. So I'm sorry I'm not making a reference to the TikTok. Anyway, she looks a little demure and she says, I am sorry if you notice my judgment of you, but I have to be very selective in the people that I adventure with. I need to know that you are of good character and true intention. Otherwise, it will be a waste of my time. And the last thing I want to do is to bring people with ill intention into the sacred places of Cholt. So I need to make sure that I can trust the people I work with. But you all have an air about you, and from my conversation with you, you seem like good people.
Okay, thank you.
Do our best.
Thank you.
Thank you. And she kind of gives you a slight bow and then walks out of the tavern. Yay! Only took like 6 weeks to do all the 3 interviews.
I like her. And I mean, the fact that she knows a lot of the people in the jungle and the temples and the places, like none of the other 2 we talked to, like I'm sorry, but the dwarf, I'm terrible with names.
Mhm.
I'm being consistent.
You.
He pretty much admitted that he didn't know, like he didn't know the jungle very well. Like he's a guide, but he's all like, oh, I don't know about that. Oh, I don't know about that. Like it was a lot of that kind of stuff. And I can't recall the first person we met if how good she was at in terms of knowing the jungle really well. But
She said she did, and that she had a connection with the societies in the jungle.
oh,
she
she
didn't
did
name
too.
drop anybody though.
She didn't name drop anyone
No.
though.
Okay, because I do like the idea of meeting the Naga and finding out anything we can about the soulmonger. I mean, I know we're going to try and find out information tonight about, at the temple, but having an actual source, I mean, and an actual destination.
Yeah.
I just kind of like that as because I feel like with the other two guides, it's kind of like we're going to wander until we find the soulmonger, whereas this feels like she has direction. She already knows where she wants to take us first. I mean, did you guys get a vibe that we could trust her? I mean, we don't want to be led into a trap, obviously, but
I got a good vibe from her. Mostly because she doesn't trust Jabal.
Yeah, that was
My
really
books.
good. I was
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, good woman.
unless she's lying, I mean, we just don't know. But again, I mean, we just have to be cautious no matter who we pick. Like they could all three be lying to us. But out of the three, I definitely got the best feeling from her.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I think
Yeah.
she's the one.
Okay.
Funny, the one we were most concerned about.
I know.
Its intentions were riding high. I'm glad we've chilled out.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
now that we were reminded that that the first person we met said that none of Keiko's party came back, that I think that's what's stuck in our brain. And again, we don't really know for sure. We want to ask around before we make the final decision, or do we just want to go with our guts? Like that's the
I was
only
going with our guts.
point, right? Like,
Yeah.
like just to like we're taking her at her word. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, part of me is always suspicious. So I mean, we could just see if we can find maybe at this temple or whatever if someone knows her and ask about her, like the parties and them coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Because that would be my only sticking point.
What we told them to come back after 8 is when the message would be there.
Right.
So we do have a couple of hours. We just have to make sure to come back to leave the notes.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we are
Which-
waiting here.
Speaking of, not to interrupt this amazing conversation, but speaking of, as you're sitting and chatting and discussing your post-interview notes, a kind of scrawny boy with a messenger's bag walks in and hands something to the barkeep, and the barkeep looks at it and then points to you guys, and the boy heads over and he hands one of you a note, and he says, or he hands it to Val, and he says, "From the merchant Princess Jessamine."
Oh,
Thank you.
And
We did ask for her opinion on things.
We did.
I forgot all
and
about
it says, "To my adventurers, I was surprised by your note asking for advice on guides for the jungle, as that is not my area of expertise. Jabal is a powerful enemy, and whatever action you took against him was likely unwise. Take comfort, however, in the knowledge that Jabal has many enemies, most of whom pose greater threats to his enterprises than a handful of Coventrans. Let us hope that by leaving tomorrow on the Belladonna, you will escape his notice and then will fall from his mind. Be ready at the docks by noon. Jay."
okay. So she gave us nothing.
She gave the time, noon.
She
But you
gave
know,
us
I do
time.
hate that. Like, I know it's not your area of expertise, but you have opinions.
Right. Come on. You
But
you
to be
have
fair,
to
her mind is slipping, so.
She is kind of dying right now, so I think we can cut her some slack.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's giving us the boat.
You know, she's given us a boat. I think we're all right. I think I can forgive her.
Okay, well, I think we are in agreement that if we can just maybe talk to a couple people, see if they know anything about missing parties or her parties not coming back, then we're definitely going to go with Iko.
Mhm.
Okay, so do we want to go to the temple and see what we can find out about the soulmonger before Tefra's date?
I made a list of things that we can do today.
Yes, but why don't we take our break, because we're an hour and 50 minutes into this, and I have just pulled up a Hex library timer for our break. We're going to do a 3-minute break so people can go to the bathroom, get water, and just vibe. So I'm gonna, oh, and you know what? I could probably do the music that comes with StreamYard, right? Spooky Woods timer. It's giving jungle. I don't know. All right. So we're just going to take a 3-minute break, and we'll meet back here once the timer is done. All right. Wow, that for some reason that 3 minutes felt so much faster than when I do the intro playing. I don't know why. That felt like
really
so fast. Are people okay? Do people need any more time?
Okay.
We're good.
Okay. All right. Continue.
Okay, so do we want to go to the temple before Teffer's date?
Yes.
So I have a list of things that we can do in any order. So we said that we wanted to visit the temple, and we also wanted to check out the docks just to know exactly where the Belladonna was moored. We also have to leave the notes at some point.
Okay.
I thought we could visit that fruit vendor whose life we saved just to say hi, maybe.
Yeah.
And then if we're going like through the area, I want to see if that shop, Draza, was that one of the people's names? The guy who was on
Draza and Bellum, yeah.
Yeah, I just want to see if that's still, like, did they come back or what?
Okay. Well, let's do the temple first because it's right where Teffer's date is going to be. and then we can find out about if they know anything about the soulmonger, but maybe if they also know anything about, you know, missing parties and stuff from Iku.
I thought Tefra was meeting her date here.
I thought it was in the same area as the temple.
I thought it was in the marketplace.
I will show you. So yes, she was supposed to meet Solomon at the jewelry market, which is right here.
And where's the temple?
Then
The temple is in the Merchant's Ward. You don't know exactly where.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's close, right? I'm not
We
crazy.
have 2 hours, I think, to get there or to get Tefra to her date.
She could walk over from wherever the temple is. It's in the same area, or no? Am I like I'm
This is the Merchant's Ward.
okay?
And you know the temple is in the Merchant's Ward. And honestly, whatever. We don't need to like. You guys are gonna figure out the temple is this.
Yeah.
Oh,
People were like, you can't miss it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right. Okay. And then actually, that's perfect because Tefra, you don't mind if we check out the docks without you while you're on your date, because we can just hop on down to the docks right after.
I don't mind.
Okay.
But I think we can walk to Bellum and Drowse's shop, peek, and then maybe hail a tuk-tuk from there, because
Okay.
we're already in the area of
We're so close.
their
Okay.
shop.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, because that's like, I mean, that's no walk for you guys. I mean, like whatever. We don't need to get so nitty gritty micromanaging
Right.
at the time. But like,
Yeah.
So you guys head to Draza and Bella's shop first, Bellum's shop first.
Mm-hmm.
All right. As you walk, there is like nothing. It's still closed.
Still close. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
And then try to hail a
Right.
tuk-tuk.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a persuasion roll, just real quick. Just roll more than like a 5, and you'll get a tuk-tuk.
Don't say that.
Please don't say that. Oh, 10.
Okay.
Nice. Yep. So you get a tuk-tuk, and do you tell them exactly to take you to the Temple of Sabras? Are you going to the harbor first, or where are you going?
No, let's go to the temple. Yeah.
Yeah.
Temple? Okay. I'm going to say someone mark off 1 gold because it's rush hour. It's like it's dinner time. The tuk-tuks are upcharging right now.
Okay. I got it.
All right. And then you guys arrive. The tuk-tuk is a surly old man. He does not interact with you other than like with grunts and stuff, taking you where you need to go. But it's a nice, pleasant ride. It's nice to have the breeze, especially for Val, who's like really been struggling under the sunlight all day. It's with the tuk-tuk going as fast as this tuk-tuk is going. It's like actually kind of cools you off a little bit. And he drives you through the city. He drives you, basically, you guys are going along. Oh, hey, don't do that. You're taking this route. So he drives you past the Grand Souk. You drive past the Merchant Villas. All along this road, you almost come up onto the docks. Wait, is that Walden? I don't know. He's taking you a long route, actually. But he's not charging you for it. But you're getting a nice view of all the wards and stuff. And then you get to the Temple of Sabras. It is a massive building. It's one of the oldest and grandest in the city that you have seen so far. Its tiled roof is a great dome, and from your perspective, even on the ground, you can tell that it looks like an unblinking eye staring skyward.
Like Sauron?
Amazing.
Are there any guards out front, or like, I don't know, not hostesses, but you know?
No,
Photos.
I mean, well, roll me a perception check. Also, Alara and Val, roll me perception checks, please.
I got a dirty 20.
Nicely done.
And that one.
Okay.
I got a 19.
Okay. First, well, Val sees nothing, first of all.
It's just so bright. She just can't see shit.
Yeah. Tefra, you see that there are guards posted, but like kind of like they're more for security and observation rather than like prevention. There are people entering and exiting the temple, and it looks like they're entering and exiting freely. and people of all sorts. It's not like it's only worshipers in robes or clerics or anything like that. It's local people going in and out. Alara, when you guys get off the tuk-tuk and start walking towards the temple, out of the corner of your eye, just something instinctually in you turn, and you see that there had been a second tuk-tuk following you that had also stopped, and a dark shadow exited, but then you lost sight of it.
Oh, okay. I tell the others.
Okay. Just be on guard, everyone.
Yeah. Do you think that's from Jabal?
Who
Possibly.
knows? Could be.
I told you we should have taken out a hit.
We couldn't afford it.
Also, we would have I think we probably also would have a lot more than just one shadowy figure on our tail if we had done that as well. Okay, everyone on guard then. And it's possible it's one of the other guides. It could be Jabal, it could be someone else. So, shall we just go into this temple and ask some questions?
Should we walk in? I think we should walk in
Together?
No, but I'm gonna stay slightly behind so that I can keep guard from behind.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. Give me a second. I'm sorry. I didn't know you guys were going to come here today, so it's just taking me a second.
You tell us about a temple and we're gonna go to it.
You guys got lucky with the rolls. I wasn't gonna not tell you about something just because I didn't prepare it. This means that we have to. Okay. So you walk in, and it's an opening grand room with beautiful pillars all reaching up into this large ocular shaped dome above you, and that unblinking eye, which was like stone on the outside, is remade in mosaic on the inside. So even though it's not stained glass, it is stone on both sides, but it is so perfectly crafted that it almost looks as if you can see the outside image, right? It's just reflected on the inside as well. So you look up and there is an eye above you, and there are, by each pillar, or in between each pillar, there are 12 pillars total, so 6 on each side, and between each pillar there is basically a clergy person type person, and they are in these little indented alcoves with scrying bowls of either water or crystal balls, or they're surrounded by books, and they each are in conversation with people. And as you walk, you hear there's a woman and a man, and the woman is pregnant, and you hear the man ask the scrying cleric, will it be a boy or will it be a girl? And you walk past another person, and they are nervously wringing their hands, and they're saying, I think I, really screwed it up with her. What do you think I can do to make her like me again? And you keep walking, and another person says, am I going to get the promotion? And you kind of quickly glance at the cleric, and they kind of have an awkward look on their face, and they're like, and at the back of the long room of the temple, you see a male Cholton priest in long robes, and he is in the midst of a heated conversation with 3 people who looked heavily armed, and who has the highest perception?
Mine's +4.
Mine's +5.
+5.
+5.
Okay, so Val and Tefra, can you guys roll me perception checks, please?
13.
13?
19.
19.
Now that I'm inside, I can see.
Yeah. True. So, as you guys walk and you draw closer to this group of people, you, Tefra, you can't hear, but you see that one of the three heavily armed figures is holding a massive ruby in their hand, and they're holding it out to the priest, and he kind of is just kind of like shaking it off, like they kind of tutting him away. Val, you specifically, you don't hear exactly words. You don't hear exact words, but you hear da 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 da, ring of winter, da 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 da, any price. And then you hear the priest respond, your money's no good here. And that's the vibe of the temple.
Interesting.
So do we care?
Does that ruby look familiar? Does it look like the ring Jasmine? Was it a ring she gave her?
So they're not holding a ring, they are holding a large ruby, like a fist-sized ruby.
Okay. So it could possibly have been on the ring. Gotcha.
I don't think we need more things to get involved in.
Maybe once the guards leave, we could maybe question. Do we recognize, like, do they have any like sigil on them that we could recognize, like from a place that we've seen already? Like, are they from a merchant prince's thing?
Roll me. You don't need to roll from that. They do have a symbol on their chests. It's a sword, just a nondescript sword. It doesn't look like anything you've seen before.
Okay. Okay. Oh, interesting.
Okay, just for fun, I have a spell called Beast Bond where I can telepathically link to an animal. I was thinking maybe McMuffin could kind of casually fly in that direction and then they telepathically maybe tell me or show me. Because basically it says I can understand your telepathic message and telepathically commute by simple emotions and concepts back to you.
Okay. But you can't like hear through their eyes or anything like that?
No, I can't hear specifics, but I'll be able to basically a giant vibe
check.
Yeah. I mean that's what I'm translating that as. It says simple emotions and concepts.
Okay. So you can go ahead and cast that.
Okay.
And is McMuffin gonna try and be stealthy while he does this?
Yes, I think he tried to be stealthy. He'd probably try to fly really high
to like one of the pillars.
And like and then out of sight first, and then kind of try to loop down a little bit, but like still stay.
Okay, so roll me a stealth check for the baby boy.
Does he have? He doesn't have. He wouldn't have my +5, right? So I'll just 12.
12. Okay, so he flitters over to them, and you can see that all four, so the priest and the three guards, all look up, and they just kind of consider it for a second before they start talking to each other again. And Alara, because of your high perception on the sounds, you do hear someone go like, "Oh, another fucking flying monkey," like apparently it's not an unusual thing for, it's kind of like a pigeon got in. McMuffin. So McMuffin stays there for maybe like 15 seconds before flying back over to you, and Alara kind of, again, it's just emoting, like you're sharing a shared emotion, and he's trying to explain to you what he overheard in the context of what he was feeling those people were experiencing. And he kind of gives a look towards the guards and then looks back to you, and you feel this shared sense of desire and greed and like a want for power. And then he kind of gives a look towards the priest, and then you feel a sense of disdain and just like a sense of disdain, a feeling of insult.
Okay. Thank you, McMuffin. Okay, and it's technically lasts 10 minutes, my beast bond.
Okay.
But
Do we want to have him fly around, and if someone's following us, then he could keep an eye out from above?
yeah, so I
Good
tell
idea.
McMuffin, I'm like, McMuffin, we got 10 minutes. If you can find anything, out of, maybe who was following us. I mean, just any kind of vibe you can give me.
Trust your intuition, McMuffin.
Will you roll a perception check for an investigation check for McMuffin?
Okay, investigation.
No, but Val needs to do it because he's her companion. Unless the spell says that the animal gets your skills or anything like that.
Let me see. You establish a telepathic link with one beast you touch that is friendly. The spell. I hope Muffin is friendly to me.
Yeah,
he's a sweet boy.
Fails if the beast intelligence is 4 or higher. Until the spell ends, the link is active while you and the beast are within line of sight of each other.
Okay.
With the link, the beast can understand so they can understand my telepathic messages to it, and it can telepathically communicate simple emotions and concepts back to you. While the link is active, the beast gains advantage on attack rolls. Okay, we're not attacking anybody. Against any creature within 5 feet of you that you can see.
Okay, so he will, just because of that, intuitively know to stay kind of within the Great Hall. But he will fly around the rafters and as you guys sit and kind of observe the discussion happening with the priest, and also out of the corner of your eye looking at McMuffin, you see there are several now priests who are like, oh, maybe we should deal with this thing. And so like someone gets a broom and, like they're kind of, another person has like little nuts and berries and they're trying to coax him down so that way they can get him out. But he kind of
don't listen to a McMuffin.
McMuffin just stays up there. Did you roll your investigation check, Katie? I did not comprehend.
14.
14. Okay.
Just love the priest. Get out of here.
Come on, let's stay.
Okay. McMuffin, kind of, Alara, at a certain point, McMuffin kind of turns to you and just gives a sense of content. Like there's nothing, no fear, no sense of fear or worry from McMuffin.
Good. Okay, well, I'm going to telepathically tell him to come back so he's safe and he's not getting shooed away by people.
Okay, and then, and so a couple of priests scurry over, and at once McMuffin lands on Val. They're like, "Oh, we're so sorry. We're so sorry. We'll get him out of here right now. And they like reach for him. Oh, is this your pet?
He's mine. I'm sorry. He's very curious about things. He likes to fly around sometimes. I thought it would be okay if he just explored, then he'll settle. So
we typically actually don't allow animals in the temple. Especially ones that aren't well trained. So
is this an emotional support animal?
Oh, we don't want to conflict with any regulatory. We're not trying to say you can't have your just try and keep a handle on them. That's all we ask. Maybe get a leash. We just don't want to be dealing with feces.
Thank you.
Of course.
But please don't report us. We didn't mean to say that you can't have your ESA with you. We're sorry.
It's okay. We'll only be here for a couple of minutes anyway. He's settled down. We're good.
Oh, is there something that you need divined while you're here?
Yes, actually, we do. We have some questions. We're about to take an adventure into the jungle, and we just, would like
to get a reading on Iku. I
Mm.
mean, that's their doctor crying,
Could they possibly do that?
Right? I mean, they're asking about if they're getting a promotion. I think we can ask about Iku and maybe her parties. Maybe we can get like an actual reading.
Oh, I was wondering if they could tell like the location of the object that we're looking for.
Yeah, we could do that too. Yeah, that might be more important. I just want to know about Iku because I want to.
It's like 1 scribe per person. Is it cost?
Yeah. What's the protocol here? We're not from Schultz.
So
don't want to offend.
Typically, you have to sign up for For divining, there is a waiting list. It's typically about a week, and it is we could do a divining on a person's intentions for you. That is something we could easily do. Something more specific about finding a location or something, you might want to speak to Grandfather Zatimbe. And they look towards the main priest at the head, and then the priest you're talking to, he suddenly gets a look of concern on his face as he sees Grandfather Zatimbe is in a heated discussion with these three people.
Okay.
Is he okay with those guys? Like, can we help you? He seems very distressed by those guys. Can we help you boot them out if they're not welcome anymore?
Grandfather Zatimbe is very particular in those he helps. The temple runs these days on the donations from people seeking more mundane information, but every so often people seeking something more come and they need his expertise, but he typically only helps people who he believes intentions are good, and from the looks of it, it doesn't look like these people's intentions are good. I wonder if I should call.
Should you alert your guards, maybe?
I'm wondering almost.
We can help out.
Pardon me, excuse me. He looks distracted and he kind of starts walking off.
Should we go over there and help him? I mean, now that we know he's like the head priest,
Yeah. Sponsor over to the head priest.
At least we could just go over and be like, "Hey, can we help you with anything?" Just to see what's going on, and maybe us intervening might help.
Yes. So as you approach, right before they notice you approach, you hear one of the person holding the ruby saying, "Do you know how much this is worth? This could feed your priests, what's it called? Your I'm sorry, like a
clergy?
Yeah, like your clergy. I don't know, like all the
Your flock.
Your flock. I don't know, whatever. This could pay for your meals and housing for a year. Just help us find the Ring of Winter." And Grandfather Zatimbe responds and says, "We will make our money in more honest means. I have no interest in helping you find an artifact such as that." And then they all. It looks as if the three men are really about to go in, and then you guys approach and they kind of look at you, and the leader of the group, the one who's holding the ruby, kind of looks back at Grandfather Zatimbe and he goes, "You will regret this." And then he puts the ruby in his pocket and he goes, "Come on." And he starts walking back towards the exit and leaving you guys alone. And yeah.
Okay. So we're now with
Grandfather Zatimbe, yes.
Okay, Grandfather. Are you okay? So are you okay? Were they bothering you? We saw that it looked pretty tense, and that's why we came over.
He gives you a look and he smiles and he says, "Thank you for your concern. Yes, I'm all right. I deal with people like them, unfortunately, often. They want our powers for their own benefit, and sometimes, though, people are more aggressive than others. But thank you for coming when you did. I might be able to divine a lot, but I'm not very good in a fight. So it's nice that you came and suddenly they were outnumbered."
So they were after whatever this was, a ring of some sort for greed, or?
Oh, I'm not entirely sure what their story was, but it seems like they're just interested in powerful artifacts, and they're on the scent of something called the Ring of Winter, but I don't know much of it and I have no interest in it, but I could sense their disreputable intentions.
Okay.
But we were told that's something you can do. Locating objects, that's something you can divine?
I can help, yes, if you have a specific object in mind you're looking for.
We do. It's called the Soulmonger. We believe it's the source of the death curse that is consumed.
Yes, I have been hearing of the death curse, and yes, that would be very interesting. The Soulmonger, though, I do not know what this is. I will need to understand more about it. Do you know what it looks like? Do you know who made it? Do you know its origin? These will all help me in my divinings.
We just know it's an artifact that needs to be destroyed, and supposedly that will.
Do you know roughly where it might be?
We know it's in the jungles.
Yeah, in the jungle.
You say this, and his face suddenly grows stony. He goes, no. It cannot be Inchult. No. Such a horrid thing. No.
Why do you think it wouldn't be in Schultz?
If it was in Schultz, we would have known about it. If it was in Schultz, it would have been easily discovered by our people. No. It cannot.
From the knowledge that we know is that it's hidden, which is why we're taking a party into the swamps and the forest to try and find it.
I just couldn't believe it.
Also been either placed somewhere or uncovered recently. It's not.
Yeah.
As you know, the death curse hasn't been around for that long.
How do you know all of this? Who are you?
We're from Sharonall, and we have a patron who has it under good authority that it is here. Not a god.
Are you warlocks?
No, it's
No.
A benefactor, if you will.
Yes, sorry, wrong word. Who has it under very good authority that it is here, and they have sent many parties into the jungle and to find this artifact, and we are the most recent because the other ones have not returned.
And to be clear, we're doing this to stop the death curse. We're not trying to harness this power or anything. We want to destroy it.
We have good intentions.
Roll me, Micah, roll me, because you said that, roll me a persuasion check at advantage.
Persuasion with advantage. That is a natural 20 for a 21. So not much of a bonus, but still natural 20.
Slay. Grandfather Zatimbe kind of puts a hand over his mouth and he just goes, Inchult. I know that the death curse is a thing, but I had no idea it was so close to home, its source. He seems very shaken by this. He looks at you and he goes, if it truly is your intention to end this scourge on our land, I will aid you. The material cost of such a divination is about 25 gold. Would you be able to pay that?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I'll take it out of my bag right now.
I will. You do not have to give it to me. Put it in the coffers at the donations at the front of the church. So you need me to help you locate the soul monger. Is there anything else you can think of that would help me do this divination? Anything that you're familiar with it in any way?
Question for the DM.
Yeah.
Were we told that it's a spear, or am I just making that up completely? Because for some reason, that's what I'm picturing.
You were not told that it was a spear.
Okay, I don't know where I got that from.
Yeah, the
I
only
just
thing
know-
Oh, sorry, what?
No, go ahead, Alara.
Oh, I was just saying the only thing I have written on it in my notes is Soulmonger is an artifact in Schult that must be destroyed. That's literally all I have. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got necromantic artifact.
Oh, okay.
Necromantic is helpful. That is good. All right, so I know what sense of magic I'm using and I'm looking for, and I guess I know the general location on home, but this is terrible that it's in Schult. So it will take me 24 hours to do this magic. Will you be able to come back tomorrow evening?
Oh, we're leaving tomorrow
Leaving at
morning.
noon.
Hold on.
Crap.
Damn it.
Should
Hold on.
have come to the temple on the first day.
We didn't
To be fair, you didn't know about the temple on the first day. This is funny. Necromantic is also a very disturbing horror movie. Fun fact, there's some potential titles for A Dark and Secret Magic. We're going to do a lot of play on the necromantic words, but my agent was like, no, people won't like that. And I was like, okay, that's fair. She's like, it's too dark. And I was like, okay. But I just think it's so funny, like a necromance, because there's a necromancer and it's a romance anyway. It doesn't matter.
Necromancing the Hedge Witch, I still think it's great.
My agent was like, they're going to think that they're having sex with dead people.
Right. That'd be the assumption.
I was like, okay.
Listen, man, if Frankenstein was a big hit, I think you could have had necromancy in your title.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. So yeah, he says, well, it might be mistaken for necrophilia. Yeah, that's true. That's what my agent said. So I was like, okay, fair enough. Anyway, what were we saying? I'm sorry, I got so distracted. Oh, right. It's going to take a day. And I was looking, and he does not, unfortunately, have any way of telepathically sending you messages or anything like that. So
Is there any way to speed up the process? Like if, I don't know, we can help somehow? Because we've got a ship leaving at noon, right?
oh, is there any way you could delay it to leave just until the evening of tomorrow? Because it'll be so close at noon. I mean, I'll only be 6 hours away from finishing it. I appreciate your offer of help, but it is a deeply detailed ritual that takes all of my time and attention and energy. And it's something only I and one other priest here are trained in doing.
I guess we're gonna have to get this boat to leave later because we need this truly. I mean, what's the point in leaving if we don't have this information?
Yeah, so let's say yes, and we're gonna do our donation, and then we'll go to the docks and see if we can talk to the captain. I see if they're on board or anywhere near, and see if we can get it delayed. But let's say yes, start now, so we can come back here at 5:30. Is that what we said? 5:30.
Yeah.
5:30, yes. Well, it's more like 6 because you had a half-hour discussion with Eku, and then it took half an hour to get here.
Okay.
So it's like 6.
It's at 6.
6. Yeah.
Question about Wakangu's like magic. Would he be able to send us a message if we tell this priest to go to relay this information to Wakangu? Would he be able to relay it to us magically?
That is such a good idea. Let me check.
I love it. That would be awesome. Because then we wouldn't be going in waters at night, and I feel like this dragon turtle would. Like that's probably his time zone.
Bop, 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 bop to the top.
Oh no!
Not the bop to the top.
I'm sorry.
Are you
Oh,
good?
it's been so long.
I'm sorry. Oh my. Okay, hold on. I mean, wizards have a spell list that they can prepare spells. Honestly, I'm just rewarding you for creativity because I think that is such a good idea. I think you can try. That's what I'm going to say. You can talk to a Congo Tomo and see if that could be done.
Okay.
We're gonna add stop by Wakanga's house.
Yeah. So we do that
Again?
first, so we don't have to mess up our, so we could technically still go at noon tomorrow. And then if he can't, then we'll talk to the captain.
Okay, solid.
And if time passes and you have to get ready for your date, we can do this. We got you.
I just have one more thing I would like for them to divine. Like, what's the best tribute to offer the turtle dragon guy?
I can, Grandfather Zatimbe says, if you'd be willing to make another donation to the church, I can put another one of my diviners on it that's a little more simple, and we can get you that information tomorrow as well. And that could be sooner. That could be tomorrow morning if you wanted.
Okay.
Yes, so much.
I have one more thing I
25.
would also like to have divined.
Oh, okay.
Sindra Sylvain. I would like to know how much time she has.
Okay.
And I'll also give 25, obviously.
Okay.
Wasn't our intention in coming here is to find out about Iku?
I mean, you got 25 gold, girl. You can ask.
Yeah, we've all done ours.
I mean, do I have 25 gold? Let me see. Inventory. I've got 50 gold. That'd be like half my gold practically. But I mean, I really feel like we need to know. We can't make a decision about her until we know if she's trustworthy.
I thought we were just going to ask around.
We can do that. I mean,
we also have to keep in mind that 2 of the 3 people that we met with, if we go with them, we will have to give them a lot of money up front. And we don't want to spend all of our money.
Well, we still got money in the team funds,
Okay.
but I don't.
We
Yeah.
don't know.
I thought their prices were all the same.
Yeah,
No?
but we still have to give them that money. It's not
Right,
like
right.
And I will say Hugh did say that if you guys agreed to go to Wormheart Mine with him, then he wouldn't charge you anything.
Yeah, but he may lead us there first. So, yeah, which we don't want to do. I mean, I feel like Iku is definitely our best option. It's just the only thing sticking out is how adamant the first girl was about how none of her party ever returned, or like she never returned with any of her party. But I also feel like no one would hire her again if that were actually true. So,
yeah, that first person we met with was also racist, so I don't know if we can trust their word on anything.
Oh, were they?
were they?
In the little message, it said something like when they were talking about all the other issues the guides were having, it just said so and so is an albino dwarf, maybe
yeah.
something, and you know they can't be trusted. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, she was a bit of a gossip. I guess we can just go for Iku and take a risk. I thought since we were in a divining freaking temple, like we could ask about her, but
I mean, is there anything that we're going to learn about her that would make us choose someone else? I guess is my only question.
that's true.
Because
right.
at
No.
this point, I mean, there's going to be, I mean, it's a risk going into the jungle at all.
Yeah. Okay, let's just go for Iku. Let's just go.
Okay, so just so I'm knowing, the 3 divinations you're asking for are location of the soulmonger, how many days does Sindra Sylvain have, and what to give to the dragon turtle.
Yes.
Okay. All right. He acknowledges that if you come back tomorrow morning, the Sindra Sylvain and dragon turtle questions can be answered. And then if you come back tomorrow evening, the location of the soulmonger will have been divined.
Okay. Thank you.
Estelle says it is always good to ask. I'm going to say you guys have been in here for like half an hour, 45 minutes. So it's like we're looking at 6:45.
Oh, getting close to daytime.
And dates, what, 7? Is it 7 or
7:30?
7:30. Okay.
Is there are there any books in this place? Is there like a library?
In this temple?
Mm-hmm.
You kind of look around and just from your base perception, which is high, right? It's like what's your like passive perception?
Hold on. Wait, where did I find that at? What?
That's usually
Under senses.
bottom.
Oh, I see. 15.
Yeah, so just from like a quick glance around, the hall that you're in is pretty barely like threadbare in its decoration, right? Each person in each little alcove has one kind of entity around which they are divining. One of them is surrounded by books, but just it doesn't look like they're like library books. It looks like they're divination books that they're using those books to do the divination.
Okay.
All right, what would you like to do?
Well, we need to go see if the prince will help us,
Yeah.
like magic wise. Like that's I think the first thing, because otherwise we're gonna need to get the boat delayed.
Stink. What?
Where?
Are we
close?
have enough time?
Let me show it again. How do I?
Do you have time to go to Wakongo's house? We have like 45 minutes to get there and back to the date.
Oh, I'm stupid. Wait, what the hell? Hello? No. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys.
Whoa.
What is going on?
Okay, whatever. We'll just do this. Yeah, so you guys are in. Wow, you can't really see that color, huh? It's too pink. Give me a second. Where are you? There you are. How do I change the color? Oh, I see. There we go. Okay, so you guys are here-ish. Mukongu's house is in the merchant villas, which are... Where are they? They're like right here. And
Okay.
then this is where the date
Okay.
is.
It's right there. Okay.
Okay.
So let's go.
We can go to
We're off on the date on the way. We have to.
It's like a 10-minute walk from here to here, 15-minute walk to the
Okay.
Merchant Villas. And like
Okay.
a 2-minute walk from the Merchant Villas. Maybe like a 5-minute walk from the Merchant Villas to the Jewelry Market.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll have
The
about
villas.
to the villas.
To the
New
villa.
bombshell has entered the villa.
Don't we have to be kind of incognito because of Jabal? Like we have to be like blendy inny.
Yeah, I just don't go screaming through the street.
Let's keep an eye on for any shadows following us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, you go ahead and roll me, Tefra, a perception check.
What time does the sun set in Schult?
7:30.
Oh, that's rough. 14.
14.
Why are you laughing?
Oh no, I'm concerned.
Don't be concerned. It's fine.
Oh.
Yeah.
You look around, you scan. Nothing catches your eye. All right. So you guys are heading to Wakongo Tumus or to Jessamine? I forget.
Yes.
Which?
We'll Congo with Tumus.
Okay. So, yeah, you guys arrive. The guards know you at this point. You've come in to see Sindra a couple of times. So you're invited right in. As always, there is someone in the little courtyard, the open air courtyard there with refreshments for you if you guys want some hot or cold tej. One of them, actually, there's a new refreshment today. It's like a lemongrass type of iced tea thing if anybody wants to try their hand at that. And Wakongo Otumo is in there and speaking with another person in his courtyard, kind of hosting when you guys arrive.
Hey.
Hello.
What's going on?
Hello, friends. Good to see you yet again. How
So
has
sorry
your...
to interrupt.
Oh, don't worry. Baran and I have gone on for years. He's just over for our evening catch-up. How is it going? Would you guys like to join us for dinner tonight? I forget if I made him Australian. Is he Australian? I have no idea.
I think he might
He is
be.
now.
Okay, cool.
Well, Tefra has a
I've got
date.
plans. So sorry.
Indeed. Well, I'm glad that you're making time for romance even on a, critical mission.
Well,
My kind of girl.
It was for business.
Oh, interesting. and his companion Baran just starts guffawing and like very amused by it.
I think his name is Sal, right? Do you know this man? Take a guy? Or Saul?
And he kind of looks at it, and then he looks over at his friend and he shakes his head and no, I do not know of him. What trade is he in?
Jewelry.
Yeah.
Right?
That would explain why I don't know. Unless it's enchanted jewelry, I don't know about it.
Sadly not normal.
Speaking of enchanted.
Yeah.
Nice segue.
We have a favor to ask of you, and we're not even sure that it's possible, but
All right.
we went to the temple of Severus,
Sure.
Severus, and one of the priests is divining the location of the object we're trying to find, but it's going to take 24 hours. However, tomorrow we have a boat ride to the Fist, to the port.
But Jessamine, didn't you say that she?
Yes.
Impressively done.
So we were wondering if he gave you the message, if there's a way you could magically telepathy it to us or some way, if there's some kind of magic you have that could get the information from the priest to us on said boat. Or if we have
You
to
got like a Tom Riddle journal situation going on.
All right, roll me a persuasion check, Val.
Ooh, 21, I think.
Amazing.
Yes.
He goes, message is not, or sending, I forget what the spell is. Sending is not typically a spell I prepare. That would take up quite a bit of my energy in the morning. However, you are my dear friend's dear friend, what you are dear friends of my dear friend, what if we made a bit of a trade? That at the end of the day, you would come out the better for it anyway. Why don't you purchase some of my wares, and I will also throw in a sending spell for you.
Okay, what have you got? Let's look at it.
This man's expensive. Is that pricey?
Any common potion your heart desires, any uncommon potion your heart desires, or I can also get you spell scrolls, first level and second level.
Okay, I'd like to look at some of those scrolls.
Yeah, so basically, Alara, if you just can, you can kind of tell me on D&D Beyond if there are spell scrolls that you're interested in having. Just so people are aware, his prices are inflated because he's got a monopoly. Wait, you were looking them up? Is that what you said?
I said astronomical.
Oh, yeah. So his potions, his common potions are 80 gold pieces. His uncommon potions are 300 gold pieces. His first level spell scrolls are 100 gold pieces. His second level spell scrolls are 550 gold pieces.
I have 50 gold total, so I cannot afford anything.
So let's all pull together to buy one thing. Will that be acceptable?
Yeah.
We can make a deal for one thing, yes.
Okay.
What's
Tell
one
me,
really good
tell me,
spell?
what does your heart desire?
Oh my goodness, we should just get something that'll benefit. Bye. Benefit us in the
I
jungle.
almost said love you.
I am not a magic girly, so whatever y'all think is the best.
Also, while you guys are doing that, Stieg, first of all, I love that you're cross-stitching again, because I remember the last time you cross-stitched something and I was like, oh, what are you going to do next? And you're like, nope, I'm done with this hobby now that I've completed a task. And then you were knitting earlier in the week, and now you're cross-stitching. I love this vibe for you, that you're entering into this aesthetic of your life.
Ooh, excuse me.
So are you guys thinking you're going to do a potion or a spell scroll?
I think a spell if we can. Now, with a spell scroll, is that something that we can use multiple times or use it once and it's dead?
It gets consumed.
It gets consumed. Okay. So it's the same as a potion, basically.
Can you just say the prices again?
For a common potion, it's 80 gold pieces. Uncommon potion, 300. First level spell scroll, 100. Second level, 550.
So we either get the cheap potion or the cheap scroll. I don't think we can afford the other things.
Yeah, we really can't.
Do we want to just go for a healing potion just for safety?
I was wondering.
A common potion.
Common healing potion?
Mm-hmm.
Is that?
Yeah, does he have one of those?
What other kind of common potions are there? Sorry, I just want to know.
Let me just pull out my book that I have handy dandy with me. I always forget though if the potions and stuff are in the player's handbook or if they're in the DMG.
I have one too, so I can look at spells too. I forgot
it. I think they might be in the DMG. Hold on, let me look at the Dungeon Master's Guide. Okay, well here are the rings, fancy ass rings. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything in here.
Are you you're in the player's handbook?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think it is in the
Oh wait, I do have a spell list. Let me see what that is. 207.
Okay. You're asking for common potions, is that what you said?
Mm-hmm. And first level spells.
Well, so he can get you basically a spell scroll for any first level spell, basically.
Okay.
Oh really? So have any like a paladin or anything like
anything.
So, okay.
So
there's a lot here. Oh my goodness.
Oh, oops.
There is you have that, right? Is a druid, Micah, healing word?
Yeah.
Okay. And did you say level 1 and 2?
I don't think we have enough money for a second level.
Just one.
Okay, so level 1. Okay. I mean, are we looking for a weapon or are we looking for, because like a paladin spell, there's cure wounds, but there's also like something like purify food and drink, and we are going to the swamp, forest area. So you know what I mean? Like, what do we want? What do we want our
Anything that's a druid spell, I could prepare at some point. So I feel like it would be pointless to get a druid one.
Yeah. That was a paladin. Okay, so no druid spells. Let me see.
The two common potions that he can offer you are a potion of climbing, which gives you a climbing speed equal to your walking speed for 1 hour and advantage on strength checks as you climb. And also a common healing potion. And amazingly enough, the DMG does not have any other common potions.
Well, that's so funny.
That's kind of crazy.
First level for sorcerer. Let's see what they got. They have the disguise self. If we need to do that.
I have a couple disguise kits, so I don't think that one is necessary.
It's basically like shield, magic missile. I mean, if we wanted to go for something like that, burning hands.
Magic missile's not a bad one because that always hits.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, let me look at warlock. Warlock. One of their first spells is comprehend languages.
I've got comprehend languages.
You do? Okay, because weren't there a couple of times where we ran into a language we didn't know? I felt like we had problems with that. But maybe that was just a bad roll or something like that. Okay. And then let's see what wizard spells are. Alarm, burning hands. So a lot of these are repetitive. So again, the magic missile. Maybe that would be a good one.
Yeah, is either magic missile spell scroll
or shield. Like would a shield spell shield all of us? Like if we saw something coming at us? No. Okay, it's just one.
Shield is on one person and it only lasts 1 round, so 6 seconds.
Okay, I mean, do you guys want to go for the magic missile?
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, we can do that.
Right.
Cool.
And how much is that one?
It's a first level spell, so
100. So we can divide it by 5 and each person give up 20, and I'll just take 20 from the team fund too.
I only have 16.
Okay, well, the team fund will cover your other.
I thought I was the poorest one.
I bought a lot of things for the group.
We'll do 50 from the team fund.
Okay, I'm going to take out 20 gold. Is that what you said?
Sorry, I can't math at this moment right now.
Okay, so should I not take anything out of mine, or I should? Yes.
Hold on. 100.
Divided by 5. No.
I will put my 16 in because I feel bad.
Oh no,
Mars.
You can't be.
No, you're gonna be poor.
Yeah.
We're going into the jungle. I might die.
You are not gonna die. If you die, we all die. Okay. Okay. So, how much are we getting from each one? Dog. Oh god, just a bunch of gays trying to do math.
Do we want to do 25 gold for the 3 of us, and then 25 gold from our group?
Yeah, we could do that.
Does that work? That equals
100.
Yeah,
let's cover the rest of Micah. 1, 2, 3. 29 from the team fund. Nope. 30 something the team fund. Okay. I can math sometimes. I got it.
Wait, 30 from the team fund.
Wait, then that wouldn't be 25 each. I was just
no.
The 3 of us. We do 25 because Micah needs to have something.
I don't need my money.
But you don't know that. Like, I mean, like
I'm gonna take their money. Okay.
Okay.
16. 9. Okay. 25 plus 9. Okay. 34 from the team fund. And everyone but Micah, 25. Okay. Or 20, sorry. I'm so sorry. 20.
Yeah.
20.
Okay.
Yes.
20.
Okay. Great. We did it.
An absolute pleasure doing business with you.
Only took us.
Thank you.
He's just
And
watching us do the math.
And I will make sure to, if you tell the priests at the Temple of Savras that I am an acceptable recipient of your information, I will send along the message.
Okay.
Excellent. Thank you.
Stupid window.
Okay. So how are we doing on time?
I would say it's pretty close. It's probably time for Tefra to head to her date at this point.
Okay, so let's go back to the temple to tell them that they can, or the deal we just made.
Do you want to drop Tefra off first?
Yeah.
It's on.
Yeah, you can drop me off.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
Tefra, do you want one of us to like kind of lurk in the background there to make sure you're okay in case something goes south?
Oh,
I don't know
if you would like, I would appreciate the quiet support.
I will be there as full support. So you guys can go to the temple and maybe adopt.
We're having Alara and Micah.
Yes, Alara and Micah time.
Val to Tefra is just like, are we trying to like matchmake them right now? No,
That's a child.
Yeah, I forget. Okay, human time is weird to me. Okay, I don't know how she is.
All right, so you guys are splitting up.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
If anyone's watching the replay, I corrected my math in my journal. Okay, so just want that to be known.
Okay. All right. So Micah and Alara, you guys head back to the temple. We'll get to you in a second. I'm gonna have us focus on Tefra and Val for this moment. Tefra, what do you do? And Val, how do you just stick by her side? How many paces behind her are you? What's the vibe?
So Sal knows who I am, right?
Yes, you were at the thing.
I think I'm gonna use my disguise kit to disguise myself, so he doesn't, because a drow is pretty, he probably would recognize me, and I'm gonna stay several paces away, like pretend, it's very stealth, rogue-esque, so that no one, and I obviously show Tefra what I look like in my disguise, and then, so I'm there.
Okay.
Do you just red hair on you?
By yourself? Do you just disguise yourself at Wakongo Tumu's house? What'd she just say? What just
happened? So I love this red
hair on you. Val just transforms into Katie.
Yeah. You just look like Katie. That's my headcanon, is that Val's disguised self is Katie Ann Wrights from a different plane. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so Val, do you head to the Joy Market?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay within
Tefra. Sorry, I meant Tefra.
Yeah, I don't remember if he said a specific place, so I'll just go to his stall.
Yes, that's where he said. He said to meet you at his. Well, it's not so much a stall because the Joy Market is like actually a building. I mean, he has a stall, but it's like a nice room, if I remember correctly. But I could be wrong. Maybe it was a stall. I forget. Anyway, so you walk into the Joy Market. It is nice and cool inside. It's quieter than the rest of the, definitely a lot quieter than the Grand Souk and the Red Bazaar over in your part of town. And a lot of the little shops are still open, but as you retrace your steps from the day before and make your way towards the middle of the market, there is Solomon in beautiful purple and gold robes. He's like clearly dressed up for the night, but the robes are knotted and braided, but very distinguishedly, his arms are out. Like he's expressing his right to bear arms today because he's showing off how well-toned he is. He's closing up his shop as you approach.
I'm gonna be like, wow, oh my gosh, you look amazing. Like do a little arm touch. I'm so sorry, I'm a little bit underdressed.
No, my darling, you are stunning beyond. Thank you so much for I've lost the Australian accent. Did it yellow? Thank you so much for agreeing to go out with me tonight. I plan on. Are you hungry?
Yes, I'm peckish.
I am going to take you to the Alley of Glittering Stars.
Oh, sounds lovely.
And he holds out a hand,
Okay.
and you take his hand, and he gives you a very lovely, like, delicate kiss on your fingers, and then he takes a pretty, like, emerald encrusted ring and slips it onto your pinky, and he goes, just to start the evening off right.
Oh, a man after my own heart.
All right, so he leads you through the other end of the Joy Market, and you guys walk out onto the streets, back out onto Port Nyanza. Oh my gosh, we've
been in the tavern the whole time.
We've been in the tavern the whole time. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. We've gone to so many places. Are you kidding me? Well, we were in a tavern for a good chunk of it, actually. I guess yeah, so he leads you through some of the streets, and then you turn a corner down an alley, and this alley looks like it is every single shop looks like it's its own kind of food truck, but a little upscale. And the entire alley is strung with fairy lights as far down as you can see. And then there are tables all in the center and where people are sitting.
I'm just going to marvel at how beautiful everything is.
And he turns to you and he says, do you want to be in the thick of, right there, yellow. Do you want to be in the thick of it? Or would you like to prefer something quieter, more on the edge?
I prefer to be in the thick of it. I love eavesdropping.
All right. So he has your hand. And he is going to, you guys are right now, you're in kind of a darker alley, about to walk into the Alley of Glittering Stars. Is that what I called it? I forget. And well, that's not good.
I hate when not good things happen.
Does a 12 hit?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, so you are hand in hand with him. Oh, wait. No. They weren't him. Never mind. When just, what is your AC? Just so I know.
16.
Okay. So not even just past your ear, like just off to the full side of you, you hear,
I'm gonna, I don't know, push him to the side, like try to protect him, and then like look around where that came from.
Look around. Sorry, I'm on such a Hamilton kick right now. I don't know why. Anyway, so you kind of put your arm across Solomon, and you look, and you see an arrow has hit the wall and fallen on the stones of the alley entrance. And roll me a perception check as you look around. And Val, you are how many paces behind?
3 or 4, like especially if there's like a throng, I'm probably going to get a little bit closer.
Okay.
18, my perception check.
18, you see up in the rooftop on the other side of the alley where you guys are, a quick flash of a figure ducking down.
Okay. So maybe we shouldn't be out in the open? Is someone trying to kill you? Do you have any...
Solomon kind of looks around, and he's hold on. Nope. He's like, what are you talking about? Is everything okay?
Babe, did you not just see that arrow?
What arrow?
Oh, don't worry your sweet little head about it. Let's just continue on.
Are you sure everything's all right?
Mm-hmm. Everything's
right.
Okay.
All
My
right.
voice gets higher as I'm like lying.
Okay, so he takes your hand and he leads you into the alley with the starlight, the glittering fairy lights, and takes you to a more centralized location, more central table. And he says, what are you in the mood for? Do you want Chilton classics? Do you want more exotic foods from different corners of this home that we live on? Or do you want something of your own fare from Coventry?
I want to know what your favorites are. What's the food of your childhood, your comforts?
And he just he gives you such a warm smile.
And then I'm gonna like sneakily, because I've got Blade Ward to protect myself. I'm gonna cast that on me.
I love it. How long does that last?
Oh, it says duration 1 round, so maybe I can only do it in combat.
Yeah, that it means it only lasts 6 seconds.
Ugh. Rude.
Well, I am particularly fond of any Chilton classic, a dinosaur steak, but I have to say, and I'm being very vulnerable with you right now, but my mother and father were jewelry merchants too, and we traveled all over to sell our wares and to gather our not artifacts. What's the word for like the tool, not the tools, but like the actual jewels that they would use to gather our jewels.
Stones?
Yeah,
Wares?
stones and well, there was a time that we actually made it to the Feywild, and the best thing I ever had was a wood elf forest salad. And it was incredibly enchanting. And as much as I love this restaurant, they will never be able to top it, but they do make a good imitation. And he kind of points to one of the stalls of the, like a window, and it is beautifully decorated with gorgeous purple and pink flowers and greenery. And it looks like the person who's running it is, they've got blue hair and a nose ring, and it kind of looks like their whole menu is vegan. And it's, you know, he's saying that, I know I might not look it, but that's actually my favorite kind of food.
Oh, are you do they just call it vegan? Do you not eat meat products?
I
love
know
to try the salad though.
because I do like dinosaur steaks, but I know that the best kind of protein we can get is actually plant-based.
I totally agree.
Yeah. So would you like me to bring you some food?
Yes.
All right, you sit here, get comfortable, enjoy the sightseeing, enjoy the people watching. That's my favorite part of this street. And he gets up and he goes off to the stall to get you food.
And I'm gonna scan the rooftops.
Okay. Roll me a perception check. And Val, what are you doing?
I'm gonna be kind of not hovering, but I'm gonna be close, like get a table closer to hers, maybe. And I'm also gonna be looking up there, like seeing if I can find a place that I could like scurry up and see who the fuck that was. But I'm not gonna go yet. But I'm gonna be looking for maybe an angle to get up to the roof.
Okay. So both of you roll me perception checks.
Only a 7.
A 7. Okay.
This damn shadow.
17.
All right. So Tefra, you don't see anything there. You're looking up, but so much of the rooftops are obscured by the glare of the glowing lights. Val, on the other hand, the table you have picked is right across from a rain gutter, in fact, which you can see in this picture. And there are stones around the gutter that you could hook onto. And as you're looking up, you see a figure on the roof where Tefra, like kind of in the general direction that Tefra is, with her in line of sight.
Do they have anything on that? Like, they have a bow in their hand? Can I see that?
It's a little too dark to be able to see that.
I'm gonna motion to Tefra in some way to let her know that I'm gonna go investigate that, because I don't trust that, especially since she already got an arrow shot at her. So I'm gonna be like, I don't know, do something. Yeah.
So I'm gonna say though, because Tefra's perception roll was so low, you did motion to her. She does not acknowledge it or see you.
Okay. Well, she's just gonna have to trust me.
And I trust you explicitly.
So I'm gonna start scurrying up that drain pipe as fast as I can.
All right. So I'm gonna say they're distracted because they really have honed in on Tefra as a target. So you're just trying to be fast though, you're not trying to be stealthy?
Can I be kind of in between, like fast and stealthy? Like,
you can roll me a stealth check at disadvantage.
Okay. $11.
Okay. So you scurry up, but try and do so quietly. And I'm going to say with an 11, the people sitting right near you as you start climbing, they notice you, but everybody else is so like having a good time, drinking their tej, drinking other more hard liquors, that they're not really bothered by someone climbing up a rain gutter. When you get onto the roof, you are immediately shot at with a bow.
Okay.
That's not going to hit. So
What is it?
an arrow, it's really low. It's like a 12.
Okay. Yeah.
What's your armor class?
14.
Okay, yeah. So as soon as you land on the roof, an arrow like skids past your ears, but does not actually hit you.
Okay.
And there is there's before you a dark figure cloaked in a black hood, black like outfit with a long black braid.
Is there just one person on the roof?
Just one person.
I'm gonna tackle them.
Tackle them. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, just fully just go straight at them, tackle them to the ground.
And are you trying to tackle them to the ground of the roof, or are you trying to push them off the roof?
To the ground of the roof. I'm not trying to shove them out. I don't want to disturb the date.
Okay. Okay, roll to attack.
What would that be? Just unarmed strike?
It's a
Athletics check?
Oh yeah, let's do that. Let's do a contested athletics check.
What does contested mean? Do I
you
like,
roll
just
and I
roll it?
roll. You
Okay.
you roll and I roll.
14.
They got a 15. You roll or you charge them and come right up to them, and they kind of grab onto you and they do not budge. And now I need you to roll initiative. Bum, 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 bum.
Dirty 20.
Gotcha. They get to go first. So they are going to. Okay, when it hits a target with a weapon attack. Okay, sorry, I just have to understand. Okay, so they are going to take their short sword and they're going to try and stab you twice with it. 14?
I am at 14, so yeah.
Okay, so that hits, and that's a natural 1. So we're going to have some self-damage there. Okay, so the damage it does to you on that first hit is 7 points of damage. Do you want to put up your character sheet so we can at least like see what's going on?
Oh, totally.
Val and Barnabas. That's so cute because it's like you in blue. That's adorable.
Yeah.
Okay, so so your HP is currently 13. Wait, why do you have? Did you not heal all the way during the short rest?
I did not heal all the way. No.
Oh, okay.
I had a really low roll.
Twitch's shout out. Wait, what did I say that was a Twitch's shout out? I don't even remember. All right. Okay. Yeah, so now it is your turn, Val. Actually, sorry. Before you go, as the assassin is going to, they stab you once right in the shoulder, pull it out, and they go for your other shoulder, but you like hitch so it doesn't quite hit you, and they say, "Surrender the map or lose your life."
No, thank you, ma'am, sir. What is it? A feminine or masculine voice?
It's a feminine voice.
No, ma'am. Plus, what makes you think I have the map, baby? And I think I am going to. What do I want to do? I think I'm just going to try to. I'm going to try to headbutt them.
Okay.
I don't want to.
That's an unarmed strike then.
Yeah, I don't want to. I want to like Val's aim is not to kill them if she can help it. She wants to like disarm them and, yank the hood off and be like, who are you? What are you doing? And then decide. So that's her goal. Just so we know.
Okay.
So 18.
That hits. So go ahead and headbutt.
Is it this or wait?
It should tell you unarmed strike. Yeah.
Come on. I clicked this, right?
You don't have to roll because you're not a monk. You just do a flat 3 damage.
3 damage. Okay.
Oh, okay. 3 damage. Okay. I was like, okay. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So you go into headbutt and you feel like you get a good knock on them. It doesn't even seem to remotely phase them, like even remotely. Right. And they go back in, and this time they're going towards your thighs for 2 stabs in each of your thighs.
Not my thighs, my beautiful thighs.
My hips and thighs. That's another natural 1. They are doing more damage to themselves. That is
Val is just so stunning in this form.
That is so stupid. Hold on, they get 1 more hit though on you. And that's gonna be a 12. So, and you just evade each time. Go for it. Your turn.
I think I'm going to take out my dagger and I'm going to try to go for like a rib strike.
Okay.
Like undercut rib strike while they're going like that. So
okay.
We're going to do this one. All right. 18.
That hits. Roll your damage.
7.
Okay. All right. You get them in the ribs, but from the way that they move, you can tell that you've like pierced them, but it did not go as deeply as you wanted. Like you've done your damage, but you just don't think you're actually doing much to them, you know?
Okay.
All right. They're going to go for another 2 on you. Okay, there we go. So a 19 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And a 9. You are getting so fucking lucky. It's actually pissing me off.
Are you trying to kill Val? Stop! No! Don't kill her.
4 damage to you.
Okay.
You are inches away from losing your life. Surrender something. Do not let your whole potential be closed over a scrap of parchment.
If it's just a scratch apartment, why do you want it so fucking bad?
All right. Do you attack?
Stab her in the eye.
Yes, I'm gonna attack again with my dagger.
Okay.
You do have 2-weapon fighting.
I do? Wait. Oh, what? What do you mean?
You've got
I do have
2-weapon fight?
fighting.
Yeah.
So that means I can go with both daggers, or right? Can I?
Will you look at your actions for me so I can understand? Where does it say that she has 2-weapon fighting, Devasia?
Oh, I need to scroll down.
Are you sure it's not Val?
Fighting. Actions.
Oh, it's a bonus action. Right. Wait, will you hover over that? What does that mean again? I always forget.
I think it means that you can use your bonus action for a second strike, but you don't get to add your proficiency bonus.
Okay, so you just get to do another damage dice, basically, if you hit.
Okay.
Yeah, they're going for 2 hits. I'm like, Val, get up. Stand up.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with 2 daggers.
Mm-hmm.
So I have 2 daggers. So wait, I did one for 1. Does 11 hit?
It does not hit.
And the other one, 20, dirty 20.
That hits.
Okay, so this one is 5 piercing.
5. Okay. And where do you go for that? Where do you hit?
I am. You know what? I'm going for the throat now.
Okay.
Fuck you.
Okay, hold on.
You think I'm gonna lose my life, bitch?
Give me a second. Sorry, I'm doing some math here. Okay. All right. Oh, you get them and you slice along their throat, and there is some blood now that's like kind of coming down on their throat. And she's going to go for you again. And that's a natural 19, so a 25 to hit. And a natural 14, so a dirty 20 to hit. So the first, can you scroll up, Val?
Yep.
So the first hit does 6 points of damage.
What's up?
Where is McMuffin in all this?
Oh, that's actually so
Great
interesting.
question.
That's actually so
Because he was
interesting.
right. He
Katie,
was definitely-
Katie, where is McMuffin?
He was probably flying around overhead.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of things he could do. Could he? Because what I'm thinking of is in our
Like, he could
BG3 game.
distract her, like, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah, like he could like try to blind her, like a
Yeah.
scratching blind with his claws.
Well, but that's the thing is in BG3, that's your familiar. That's like your animal companion. This is just your pet. So
Yeah. Okay.
it'd be sort of like in order to get him to do something that's like, as far as I know, you would have to have what Alara has, that like telepathic connection. And also it is currently her turn. So once it's your turn, if you're still up, we can have you do something.
Go.
Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Next damage is okay. So that's gonna be 9 points of damage, but she's gonna do that with the back of her sword, with the pommel right in your head, and you're concussed. Okay, so you're at 0.
Yeah.
But she was doing non-lethal on you, so you do not have to roll death saves. So, but you're concussed and you're passing out, and as you're passing out, you feel her searching your body.
Okay.
And you feel, just as you pass out, you feel her hand reach into your Birkin bra.
No, not my Birkin.
All right. And that's where we're going to end the session.
No.
Dang.
Sorry that we went over. Sorry that we went over. I just wanted to have, it was like actually insane because so earlier in the day during some of the perception rolls and stuff, she really zeroed in on Tephra. I don't know why I'm giving you guys all this metagaming information, but what's crazy is it was like, well, Tephra doesn't even have the map, so whatever, you know? and then at the last second when you guys decided to split, I did one more roll because when Val was gonna go at Tephra, I was like, I'm gonna do one more roll because maybe then instead they'll follow Micah and Alara, but no, followed Tephra and Val, and then it was Val that anyway. So
does Val have the map, or did we put it in the bag
of holding?
Oh,
yeah, I thought we put it in the bag of holding.
I thought it was still in your Birkin bra. The last time I asked, it was.
No.
Someone watched the replay.
No.
Let us know.
Yeah. Wait, we're gonna have to go back and look because I think we might have put it in the bag of holding.
Okay, well then, Val, what I do want you to do then is send me your inventory, so that way you're not going to get out of this fully unscathed. But that's actually so interesting to know. That's good to know because I didn't remember that.
That's funny.
That's
the
smart.
bag of holding within the regular backpack?
Did you do that? I can go back and watch. Did you guys do that before or after the fight at Malar's throat?
It would have been before.
Okay.
It would have been before.
Yeah, would have been before.
Okay.
Saying if we would have called on that hit, wouldn't have any of these problems.
What money?
I would have paid for
We
it.
could barely afford a spell.
I have 2 silver and 4 copper.
Asked how much it was. What if she would have given us a discount? We didn't even try. I'm just saying.
She gave us enough.
All right. Well, so next time we will open up with Tephra still on her date. and Alara and Micah heading to the Temple of Sabras again to let them know about the updated messaging information, and Val unconscious, concussed on a rooftop.
Now, okay, just to ask before we go,
Mm-hmm.
because I did have that mind meld with McMuffin, do you think logically if she was unconscious that he would come to me, find me?
How long does that last though? I think it said it lasted like 10
It
minutes.
only lasts 10 minutes, but I don't know if that would be something that like as an animal
I imagine he'd go to Tephra. He'd go to Tephra since she's there.
Okay.
Since we were
We
together,
will see what Barnabas decides to do because he is
Barnabas
an
just
animal.
runs away.
He is an animal. It would be like if you got attacked in front of a cat, you know, like, or I mean, I don't know, Katie. What's Barnabas's intelligence?
I don't know. What is this
Well,
intelligence?
we had decided it was under a 4 back
Yes.
when we first got him because
Yes.
of my spells.
So-
So
Same intelligence as a cat, roughly. So it'd be
What about a dog?
sorry, but Snake would come after me.
But like, okay, but Becca, if you were with a friend and then you and your friend and Snake randomly went shopping and you and Snake went off and did something together and then you tripped and fell and were hurt and couldn't get up, would Snake know to go and get your friend?
It depends. Like Snake, if I was with my friend Faith,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay,
because
but you guys have
it
had
just was with
Barnabas
his
for
friend.
less than 24 hours.
Well, that's why I
So-
brought up. That's why I brought up because I already had
Yeah.
this mind melding moment with him.
Yeah.
If he would feel that.
Yeah, but you're also very far from him.
Right.
Like he doesn't even know where you are.
Where you're at. Okay.
Yeah.
Go
But
back
no,
to-
but that's fair. I will say that you and Barnabas, like I would say probably Val and Barnabas are the closest because Val feeds him, and you and Barnabas are probably second closest because of you had that like moment of connection.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's where we are. That was a great session. Thank you, everybody in the chat, the 3 people in the chat who were here, and thank you, friends, for playing. Sorry that it took so long this time to play, but now I'm back in town for a while. So here's my question. Because I'm back in town for a while and because we haven't played very often, do people want to play sooner rather than later? Or are we okay still doing like every 2 weeks? Or would you like to play next Sunday?
I'm good with anything.
Mars, I know you might have a scheduling conflict.
Yeah, we can discuss that backstage.
Okay, sounds good. So everybody in the chat, the 4 people in the chat, keep an eye out for typically we announce in the Discord, in the Troublemaker Discord. I don't know if you guys are part of that, but also just keep an eye out for a live stream randomly popping up. All right. Thank you, everybody. Once again, we have yet to move on from this outro, but here we go.
Almost.